Get him in foul trouble. Then finally, anytime you take on St. John's, you got to take care of the basketball. If you allow their defense to kickstart their offense, plays right into the hands of St. John's. You got to be good with it. You got to move it.
You can hear it. It's going to be loud here in Providence. As we check the starting lineups, they're brought to you by Cintas. Workdays are better when you're partnered with Cintas. Keep your team protected, prepared, and looking great. Visit Cintas.com. Get ready for the workday. Well, Rick Pitino, 72 years old, his 24th NCAA appearance, the Big East Coach of the Year. He leads all active coaches in wins, taking his sixth team to the NCAA tournament, which is the most all-time. And he'll send out number 1, Kadari Richmond, along with Simeon Wiltshire. Wiltshire had 13 in their win against Omaha. R.J. Lewis, the Big East Player of the Year, knocked out 5 threes. And then the rest of the starting 5, Aaron Scott and Zuby Ejiofor, the big man in the middle. For Arkansas, John Calipari. Calipari, the 8th winningest coach in NCAA history. The number 10 seed, maybe doing one of his best coaching jobs in his Hall of Fame career. He sends out the transfer Janelle Davis with DJ Wagner as point guard. Trayvon Brazil, who'll do the dirty work, with Jonas Adu and Carter Knox rounding out the starting 5 for the Arkansas Razorbacks. I mentioned that Pitino may be doing his best job. Is that a little overzealous on my part or no?
No, I think it's fair. It's just, and he told us this too. He said, it's just different in terms of the job I've done. He doesn't have the talent that he's had when he's won a national championship or got to a Final Four. They're talented, but they also haven't been healthy. So the fact that without Jonas Adu for a big part of the season, to be without Boogie Flam for a big part of the season, to position themselves to get in this tournament, get somewhat healthy and now be dangerous, they just simply getting to the dance with what they had is what's made it so impressive from Coach Cal.
Coming off a win against Kansas, 79-72, knocking off the number 7 seed in the West. Had an 11-point lead. Kansas got it down close, but in the end, they were able to pull off the victory. While St. John's got off to a slow start, fell behind 7-0 to Omaha before rallying to tie it. Fell behind again. We're only up 5 at halftime before ended up winning that game by 30. Asked Rick Pitino yesterday, what was it like at halftime? He said, no, we're pretty calm. He's got to know when to pick his spots and get after his team. And they went out and took care of business in the second half. This place is packed.
Electric, Chris.
Most of them are standing. Here we go. John Calipari against Rick Pitino. The opening tip sponsored by AutoZone. Free battery testing, free battery charging, replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
As a guy who came up in the Big East blueprint, certainly feels like a Big East venue, a Big East staple in St. John's, and Arkansas who plays like a Big East team. With this fun, electric crowd, it feels like a Big East matchup, doesn't it?
Feels like we're in the Garden right now.
It really does. Spike in the building.
Tony Padilla, Lamar Simpson, Bart Lennox, the officials. That'll be important here as we go along. The Johnnies and Arkansas, both physical squads. Ball in the air. Adu wins it back. Arkansas controls it. We're underway. Arkansas in the dark red. Johnny's in white with the brighter red letters and numbers. Middle of front court now. It's DJ Wagner, the point guard, moving right. Gets into the paint. Squeezes one up. It won't fall. It was an air ball. Kadari Richmond comes down with it for the Johnnies. They're on the move. Richmond working right. Trying to bulldoze his way to the paint. Nearly turned it over, and he does. Scooped up now. Wagner with it for Arkansas. Into the front court. Moves it out. On the wing. A drive by Davis. Getting in the lane with a runner. Bounces around, and it goes in, and Arkansas takes a 2-0 lead.
Attacking the rim. Challenging the St. John's defense to protect John L. Davis. Goes right in the teeth of the defense.
So now it's Kadari Richmond in the front court again for Wiltshire. Handed off for Zuby Ejiofor. Ejiofor holding it away from Adu. Hands it back now to Wiltshire. Top of the arc. 10 to shoot. Right on the lane. He'll back it out to Scott. 8 to shoot for the Johnnies. Inside to Ejiofor. Muscling his way inside. Knocked loose by Adu, but a foul is called against Jonas Adu of Arkansas. John Calipari, far side with a checkered red and white jacket, black pants, pleading his case to the official. Open white collar. On the other side, just a a few feet away on the other side of half court is Rick Pitino, calmly standing, his arms behind his back. He's got a sharp black suit on with a white shirt and a red and white tie. You notice how St. John's is all suit and ties on their coaching staff.
And Chris, in Atlanta NIL deals, I imagine he's got a pretty good suit deal. There's a legendary Coach Rick Pitino.
Mention 4 makes the free throw. I think coaches always could have suit deals.
Yeah, they always got some sort of deal going. They complain about the players. I'll get off my soapbox for now.
So Zuby edge of 4. Second free throw. Rolls in, and we're tied at 2. A minute gone by here in Providence. Chris Carino and Jordan Cornette with you. As Arkansas, right to left of the front court. Brazil, coming left. Hands it back to Knox. Carter Knox, brother of Kevin Knox, who once played for Calipari. Ball knocked loose. St. John's a steal. Wiltshire sends it left edge of 4. Backdoor Richmond. Missed the jam. Deflects out of bounds. It'll stay with St. John's.
Richmond went to gather, elevate to dunk it, had it in 2 hands, removed it from 2 hands to 1 hand in midair, and just lost the basketball.
So St. John's will inbound along the baseline, adjacent to the Arkansas bench. Bench is on the far side of us as we look from courtside. Richmond bounce it in the corner to Scott. We'll have to back it out to edge of 4. 16 to shoot for the Johnnies. Edge of 4 around a high, Richmond on a high screen. Working right. Gets all over the rim and strips it off the window. And St. John's take a 4-2 lead.
Richmond, elite job of leaning into the length of Adu to give him enough cushion to lay it up off the glass.
Now in the paint, kick out, knocks a 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, jammed home by Brazil on the follow. And the game tied at 4. Johnny's with it now. Wiltshire out top, front court for edge of 4. Edge of 4, number 24 in white. Dribble hand back to R.J. Lewis. First touch down the lane with a floater off glass. It won't go. Arkansas with the rebound. Knox stepped over 2 players on the floor. Racing into the front court. End-to-end layup. No good, but he got fouled.
A lot of athleticism on display in this one. That ball comes off the rim. Whoever takes it, it's a one-man fast break. They're going full head of steam the other way.
Chris Carino and Jordan Cornette here in our Granger broadcast position in Providence. For the ones who get it done, there's Granger offering professional-grade products for all industries, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call clickgranger.com or just stop by. 17:53 to go in the first. A free throw by Knox gives Arkansas a 5-4 lead over St. John's. St. John's, the 2 seed in the West, against Arkansas, the 10 seed. Free throw on the way is good. Knox puts Arkansas on top 6-4. Inbound to the backcourt to Kadari Richmond. He's pressured by Janelle Davis, the Florida Atlantic transfer. Played in the tournament last year with the Owls. Middle of front court, Richmond moves it left. Scott a 3. In and out, no good. And a high-flying Brazil comes down with the rebound. Pass ahead, Davis, front court for Arkansas. Pull up 3. It's scored. And the Razorbacks take a 9-4 lead with 2.5 gone by.
Davis gets that rhythm bounce in the pursuit of the early offense from the left wing, and that's when he's his most confident, and he connects.
He made 4 of them on Thursday. He had 18 points. Here's Wiltshire, left of the lane, trying to squeeze into traffic. Ball knocked loose. There's a scrum. No signal yet. I believe it's a held ball. It'll belong to St. John's. Yes.
St. John's drivers need to understand when to play off 2 and pull up before getting a little bit too deep into the length that is bothersome of this Arkansas front line. That adjustment will tell the offensive story in the half-court setting for the Johnnies this afternoon.
Richmond inbounding along the baseline in the left corner, edge of 4, right in front of the Arkansas bench. Stins out, going to the rim, a finger roll is gone. Oh, Zuby, edge of 4. The grace and the power. And they're not booing, they're zooing.
That's right.
Arkansas with it up top now. Adu hands it to Davis. Davis coming left. Around edge of 4 to the baseline. Davis puts on the brakes. Back it out. Brazil, left wing 3. Off to the right, no good. Adu with a rebound. Stripped out of his hands. St. John's has it. R.J. Lewis in transition. Driving into traffic. Tough leaner. Won't go. Arkansas with a rebound. Pass front court to Wagner. Wagner with a right-hand dribble. DJ picked up the dribble. Pass right to Brazil. Ends up in the corner. Davis a three. In and out, no good. Arkansas rebound. Knox follow won't fall, but a foul is called against St. John's.
Chris, I don't know if I've seen this where the shot goes up and Knox boxes out the defensive rebounder as an offensive rebounder to grab it and go right back up and draw the whistle.
Let's pause here 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships. Incredible atmosphere here in Providence as a free throw goes down by Knox to give the Razorbacks a 10-6 lead with 16-18 to go in the first half. Ruben Prey is checked into the game now for St. John's. The 6'10 sophomore out of Portugal. Free throw is good by Knox as Arkansas takes a 5-point lead. St. John's in the white, going left to right. The Big East regular season and tournament champions. Richmond coming right, top of the key jumper, in and out, and fought for, grab by the Johnny Scott down the lane, blocked by Knox. Edgerbour's got it, blocked by Knox again. St. John's, Wilker has it, and a tie-up, and a good Arkansas.
Wow, what athleticism from this Arkansas defense, starting with Carter Knox. This one is fun, Chris.
And a timeout sponsored by Rocket. Own the dream. 15:55 to go, first half. Arkansas 11, St. John's 6 from the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. This is the men's basketball tournament.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. We leave no warrior behind. Wounded Warrior Project is a non-profit organization created to help armed men and women returning home with the scars of war. Whether those scars are physical or mental, we're here to make sure that they heal. And whether it's helping those with post-traumatic stress disorder live a normal life again, or giving much-needed support to injured warriors in veterans' hospitals, because no one deserves our help more than the men and women who risk their lives to keep us safe. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
James Brown and Bill Cowher welcoming you back to Dennis Melvin's house. It's time for the Midnight Snack Run.
This is one turkey obstacle course. Sticking to healthy habits in this kitchen is going to take focus and determination, but it can be done, JB.
He's already entered the snack part of the course, and he's eyeballing a jar of chocolate candy.
That is tempting right off the start.
Uh-oh, he's reaching, Bill, but he pushes it away.
Great stiff arm.
He's approaching a plate of delicious-looking iced cookies.
Oh, Dennis, you only want one of those.
He blows right by him for the apple.
Oh, the fridge. It's make or break time, JB.
He stares down some rich-looking treats. Uh-oh, looks like he's headed for the soda. Wait, he jukes left, grabs the water bottle, and shuts the door with his elbow in record time.
Unbelievable move. I gotta see that again.
And he's out. He even turned off the light.
That's the way you execute a midnight snack run.
Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Furnished by Stand Up to Cancer.
Well, let's check each team's tournament resume, sponsored by Monster.com. Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. Monster.com provides great coaching and millions of job openings. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today. St. John's were unranked in January. A month later, they're number 10. And a month after that, right before the tournament, they're number 5. Their highest ranking since the 90-91 season. 31-4 overall, taking on Arkansas 21-13, 11-2 to start the season. Then they went 9-6 in a little doldrum, but then 5 straight losses, and then picking it up as they got to the big the SEC tournament, one of 14 SEC teams to make the tournament.
And Chris, they are aptly suited to play against the St. John's team. They embrace physicality. They have high-level athletes. They can tap into their bench. 10 Hoopers on the floor right now as we just dip under 16 minutes to play in the first half.
Wagner up top for Adu. Hands it back to Knox. Knox moving left. Knox shielding off his defender. Working inside. A Baker is gone. Oh, wow. Carter Knox has come to play. Arkansas with a 7-point lead.
Carter Knox from the left side of the lane, extended past the three-point line, puts his head down and just drives it into two defenders. Barrel-chested, they bounce off of him, and he plays through the contact to get it off the glass and finish.
It's an 11-2 run here for Arkansas with Knox looking to complete a three-point play. Carter Knox averaging 7.8 points per game. Looking for his 7th point right here. Coming into the game now will be Zvonimir Ivisic. Well, Robinhood Gold will get you a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions. The new gold standard is here. Sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Free throw by Knox is good. A 12-2 run for Arkansas. 15:38 to go in the first. 14-6 Razorbacks lead it. Ivisic only played a couple of minutes the other night. Even with Boogie Fland back in, Arkansas only go 8 deep. Ivisic showing up at the foul line. Pass to the corner to Richmond. Working along the baseline. Back to Davon Smith is in the game. Up top, Lewis. He'll shoot a three. Missed it short. Tipped in. It looked like Ruben Frey. 14-8 Arkansas. 5 minutes gone in the first half. Wagner out of the right side to Knox. Knox pass up top, right back to Knox. Straight on three. Way off to the left, just grazed the rim. St. John's a rebound there running. Richmond snaps it ahead to Lewis. Pirouetting in the lane with a finger roll. No good, but it's put back in by Ejiofor. St. John's within 4 points with 14:43 to go. First half.
Chris, Arkansas is getting back to a point, but because St. John's pushing the envelope and getting it off the rim, it's allowing for offensive rebounding opportunities.
Wagner bumping left to the lane with a hook shot, sailed over the rim. St. John's comes down with a loose ball. Richmond went up and down ahead to Ejiofor. Go to the rim. He lays it up. Oh, the foul is called. Ejiofor with a chance at a three-point play as the Johnnies can get within one.
St. John's is sprinting off misses, off makes, off a turnover to go the other way. They want this thing to be a track meet, and they're just outworking in the open floor the Razorbacks.
And you hear the crowd getting behind the Johnnies here in Providence. Rick Pitino once took a Providence Friars team to the Final Four with Billy Donovan. As Ejiofor makes the free throw, his Johnnies on a 7-0 run to get within one. 14:23 to go in the first. Inbound in the backcourt to Janelle Davis against some St. John's pressure. Davis will move it up the left side. Davis, a conference player of the year with Florida Atlantic last year, moves it out top now for Adu. Get back to Davis. Cuts left. Bumping on the left block. Tough shot in traffic. Won't go. Tip won't go. Lewis for the rebound. St. John's a chance to take the lead. Pass ahead now, Smith. Davon Smith peels out to the wing. Bounce it up top for Richmond. Kadari Richmond with a heavy wrap on his left thumb. Dribbling that left hand. Moving right on a high screen from Ejiofor. Back to Ejiofor. Straight on three. No good off the heel. And rebounded by Brazil for Arkansas. Gets it to Wagner. DJ Wagner will bring it up the floor. Came over from Kentucky with Calipari. Now his point guard in the lane with a runner. It rimmed out. Tip won't go. Battled for it. Kicks ahead to Lewis. St. John's with it. Another chance to take the lead. Smith out of the left wing. Davon Smith. Over to Richmond. Right wing three. Off to the right. No good. Kept alive on the glass. Bodies on the ground. Ripped away by the Razorbacks. They're on the move. Davis in the front court. Giving it down the lane. Adu filling the layup. It sits on the rim and comes off. No good. But a foul call to put Adu at the line.
50-50 basketball goes the way of the Razorbacks, which fuels them running the other way. And credit to their bigs. Brazil and Adu both running themselves to give Adu an opportunity at the free throw line.
13-13 to go in the first. Arkansas with a 14-13 lead. It's Jonas Adu, who had 22 points to lead Arkansas, an efficient 10 of 19. And their win on Thursday against Kansas. The first free throw bounces around and goes in. Well, later on, we'll select the play of the day, sponsored by Old Spice. Taking places beyond your pits, Old Spice has you covered with total body deodorant. 24/7 freshness from pits to toes with daily use. Jonas Adu out of Durham, North Carolina, transferred from Tennessee, spent 3 seasons with them. He's a guy who grew 5 inches his sophomore year of high school. Now 6'11", 240. Free throw by Adu is good. Lefteris Leotopoulos comes into the game now for St. John's. As Davon Smith brings it to the front court. Picked up by Boogie Flanders in the game now. St. John's weaves it up top. Leftopoulos against the reaching Davis of Arkansas. Now to Iwachukwu in the game for St. John's. Out to Lewis, driving to the baseline. Lewis sniping inside. Left-hand layup won't go. 2 Razorbacks collide. Ball ends up out of bounds. It'll stay with St. John's.
Great effort from Richmond not to give R.J. Lewis an angle coming from the right side, but his momentum defending. Adu coming over to grab the rebound. 2 bodies collide. Arkansas fumbles it. St. John's gets another goal.
Reset the shot clock to 20. Smith inbounding in the near side corner. Inbound up top to Lewis. Spelled L-U-I-S. R.J. Lewis, Big East Player of the Year. Out top, Iwachukwu, hand it off. Coming around, stop, jump stop, right of the lane. Tied up by Janelle Davis, and a held ball. It favors St. John's.
Scott goes into the teeth of that defense, and I'm telling you, anytime you play to a jump stop and you hold that basketball for more than 1 second, Piranha, in terms of help side defense, are going to come and nip at that thing.
Davon Smith, the transfer to Utah, gets it into Lewis. Baseline floater won't fall. And then Smith lost it out of bounds. It'll be Arkansas ball.
Good look from the float game from that short corner from R.J. Lewis. Just can't find the touch from about 8 feet. And again, a scrum for the rebound. There are going to be many clean ones this afternoon. Deflected, and Arkansas has a goal if it going the other way.
In the dark red, going right to left. Billy Richmond the third. Another guy whose father played for Cal. Back it up top now to Ida. Hands it off. Davis a 3. Off the heel, no good. A jumping Smith to the rebound for St. John's. Smith on the move. A burst. Blow by. Down the lane. Leaves it off for Lewis. Blocked by Richmond from behind. Scramble for the loose ball. Still loose. It went through Fland's legs like he was a center hiking it, but it was grabbed by Richmond. On the move for Arkansas. Cuts right. Down the lane. Blocked at the rim by Scott. Here comes St. John's running. Leftopoulos veers out to the wing. Smith inside. Iwachukwu with a layup. That won't go. Arkansas with a rebound. It's a track meet in Providence. Fland now gives like Davis. Slashing to the rim. The layup is good. And a timeout called by St. John's.
What a feverish pace. Transition game. Who can get back and protect the goal will decide this one.
11:42 to go in the first. 18-13 Arkansas. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP. That's goodrx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
You have to withstand the physicalness of the game, and it can't bother you. You have to shoot layups, not thinking you're going to get fouled. No, you're going to get fouled. So you create it first.
Know that you're going to get fouled. That's John Calipari, head coach of Arkansas, trying to prepare his team, knowing how physical St. John's was going to be. We've got 11:42 to go in the first. 18-13 Arkansas on top. You like your protein crunchy, chewy, salty, or sweet? If you've got goals, Quest has cheats. From bars to protein milkshakes to chips and crackers, Quest Nutrition is big on protein, low on sugar, and huge on flavor. It's basically cheating. What a great atmosphere. What a good physical, hard-fought contest we've got already here. Chris Carino and Jordan Cornette with you in Providence.
Look, this game is nothing easy coming at the rim. So these two teams are trying to run as fast as possible, beat the other down the floor. The only guy who's been able to comfortably score in the half-court setting has been Zuby Ejiofor. Outside of that, it's been a track meet to beat guys down the floor and score. Problem is 10 athletes on the floor. It's not very easy. Hence, we have the low percentages that we have. 31% for Arkansas for the field, 25% for the Johnnies.
We had a feeling this was going to be a rock fight. And that's what we've got. There's Davon Smith up top for St. John's, and the white going left to right. Arkansas in the darker red. Stumbling a little bit is Smith has to back it out. Leotopoulos with 9 to shoot for St. John's. Leotopoulos heavily guarded by Fland, and a foul is called against Boogie Fland of Arkansas. Leads us to another timeout. 11:18 to go in the first. 18-13 Arkansas. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. With great coaching and millions of job openings, Monster.com empowers you to score your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today.
It's time for basketball. And right now, Uber Eats has deals on McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
With Marriott Bonvoy, take your game day rituals on the road. No matter how you show your team spirit, find a stay for your style when you explore our entire world of hotel brands and experiences. Marriott Bonvoy has a brand for every kind of fan. Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA. Explore more at marriottbonvoy.com/NCAA.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Jason Horowitz, Nick Baum, back with you here in our Westwood One studios. Get you back to Providence in a moment. Arkansas 18, St. John's 13. We check the tournament scoreboard, sponsored by GoodRx. For simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, go to goodrx.com or download the free GoodRx app today. Purdue earlier today, a wire-to-wire win, ending McNeese's Cinderella run, 76-62. The Boilermakers will get the winner of Gonzaga and Houston. That one will tip off later on tonight from Wichita. Nick, your biggest takeaway here from this early 5-point Arkansas lead?
Some athletes on the floor right now. Both teams struggling to make shots. They're combined 10 of 36. So the offensive glass looming large with all those misses because a lot of attempts at block shots. RJ Lewis is struggling. He's 0 for 7. He's got to get into a flow. I love Johnell Davis right now. He is the one guy that looks the most comfortable out there. He's got 7 points. I love how he has performed early for the Razorbacks.
And remember, he was part of a team a couple of years ago at FAU that went from a school that nobody really knew about all the way to the Final Four, and his last year is here at Arkansas. Let's get you back to Providence. Chris Carino and Jordan Cornette.
Both teams shooting under 31%. But this is entertaining. With 11:18 to go in the first, Arkansas 18, St. John's 13.
It's really fun to watch this pace because nothing is coming easy because of the effort on both ends of the floor from both teams. Everything's being challenged, multiple efforts of energy, length, athleticism. There's just no advantage to be had. And what's also fun is the three-point line has not been a story in this one. They can't, for one, make the shots, but now they're abandoning it, saying, hey, who can win in the interior? It is a rock fight right now. A lot of fun.
Teams are combined 1 of 10 from 3. The one coming from Johnell Davis of Arkansas. Scott up top, pump fake on a 3, moves into an 18-footer, sailed it long, rebound coming near side, out of bounds. It'll go over to Arkansas.
So Scott settles for the mid-range. That's going to have to present itself in this game because of the challenge of getting to the rim. Who can make it an efficient percentage, the mid-range jumper, because that settlement is going to have to be a decision made.
Arkansas in the deep red going right to left. Boogie Flan out of the Bronx, moving out top, swinging around the left. Richmond hands it off for Knox. Up top now, Wagner's got it. Backs up, the edge of the NCAA March Madness logo at midcourt. Coming left now, top of the key, 8 to shoot. Out of the right, Flan to the elbow with a pull-up shot. No good, and rebound to a flying Aaron Scott, and a foul on the rebound is going to go against the big man, Zvonimir Ibicic, who John Calipari said he's got to learn not to foul when he's out there.
And the foul 94 feet away from the goal, you don't get the rebound. You got to live to fight another day. Get back and defend, especially in a game where the opposition, much like you are looking to advance the basketball. Get back and guard.
Ibicic will come out as Adu comes back in. St. John's will get R.J. Lewis back in the game. Ibanayo takes a seat after he came in pretty quickly. 10 different players have entered the game for St. John's, 8 for Arkansas. That's all 8 they'll play, though, the Razorbacks. It was 7 until Boogie Flan came back for the first game in this tournament. Out of the right, Scott for St. John's. Up top, Ejiofor. Takes a handoff to Smith, now gives it to him, kick to the corner. Scott a 3, in and out, no good. Ejiofor had it, lost it, and then St. John's deflected it out of bounds to be Arkansas ball.
Ejiofor rearranged bodies, offensive rebound. Problem is he tipped it to R.J. Lewis, who is towing the baseline, so that'll be Arkansas basketball.
18-13 Arkansas, 10-17 to go in the first. Wagner front court over to Knox. Knox hands it off, weave it up top. Wagner bounces it to Knox out of the right, swings it out of the left to Wagner. He'll shoot a 3. Short, no good. Rebound by Leotopoulos for St. John's, weaving through defenders into the front court. Give it to Smith. Smith coming on the high screen from Ejiofor. Turns the corner, blasting to the rim, and he got fouled as he hit the undershot of the rim with his layup attempt. Will be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio with the NCAA Experience official ticket and hospitality packages. Official NCAA hospitality includes live entertainment, upscale food stations and beverages, appearances by NCAA legends, and much more. To be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio, visit ncaa.com/VIP. Davon Smith, free throw, no good off the back of the rim. First missed free throw of the game for either team. 10 straight made before that one. Adu out, Brazil in for Arkansas. Razorbacks defending well as that free throw is good. St. John's first points in 4.5 minutes. They've gone 0 for 8. The front court now, it's Brazil. Out high on the right to Flan. Boogie Flan against leftist Leotopoulos. Out high on the right to Richmond. Right from the standing Rick Pitino shouting with his hands locked behind his back. Give it off Wagner for Arkansas. Drive the baseline. Gets underneath. Pass out to Flan. cut off, moves right, hands back, 4 to shoot. Richmond slips defenders, and the leader is good. Oh, the runner in the lane. Somehow he squeezed through into the paint.
Credit to Arkansas playing through that entire possession. Everybody touching it. Ball forever moving till Richmond finds the driving lane. Challenging the defensive discipline of the Johnnies.
20-14 Arkansas. Off balance 3 by Smith won't go. Stock got the rebound, put it up. That set on the front of the rim, no good. Smith's got it again for St. John's. Arm grab, no call. Ball knocked loose, and finally a foul against St. John's. With 9:01 to go in the first, a 20-14 Razorback lead.
Can't claim it was an effort from the Johnnies on the possession where they got 3 looks at it with 2 offensive rebounds before finally Brazil deflects it off the glass, grabs it, and I'd say a frustration foul from Smith there.
Well, he had his arm grabbed when he made that third shot attempt. And the officials didn't see it. Arkansas with it, Davis. Back it up top for Wagner. You're right, though. Arkansas every bit as physical as St. John's here in the first half. Davis, back it out Brazil. Handoff. Wagner circling right down the lane, getting all over the rim, and he banks it in. A strong driving layup by DJ Wagner. Arkansas with an 8-point lead.
Created by the DHO to get the defender on his hip as he goes left to right through the lane.
Leotopolis at 3 on the right, in and out, no good. Brazil with a rebound. St. John's 0 for 6 from downtown. Front court Arkansas with it. Richmond the third. Mishandled the dribble, nearly lost it in the bounds. Saved it to Davis. 20 to shoot for the Razorbacks. They lead it 22-14. 8:13 to go in the first half. Wagner cuts right, moves it left. Brazil pump fake. Ejiofor stays down. Brazil spins. Back it out. Wagner trying to go back to Brazil. He's got it. Left wing 3. No good. It was short. R.J. Lewis with the rebound. He got bumped in midair by Janelle Davis, and a foul on Davis.
Janelle Davis trying to be crafty and come up underneath R.J. Lewis to stab at the basketball. Didn't let him land. Hard fall for Lewis, but nothing intentional.
A timeout on the floor. 7:58 to go in the first. Arkansas 22, St. John's 14. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doot doot, and sometimes it's like.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh yeah.
Then we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the.
Not with Fix Finder. Free at every AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Without maintenance teams behind the scenes, everything stops. Even the game. Lights, broadcast equipment, cooling, you ensure the assets that matter most work. MaintainX was built for professionals like you. A modern maintenance app that helps manage work orders, schedule maintenance, and track inventory. So keep the madness on the court, not in your operations. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain in the letter X.com/MVP.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVP tickets.
Hi, it's me, your USPS Ground Advantage shipment. Just left the warehouse.
I know. Just got the notification.
Made it.
Yes, I know. I get all the updates.
Stay in the know with USPS Ground Advantage service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
So, your small business is outgrowing your garage. You could go online, find a space, and get catfished. Or you could work with an agent who's a realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Time for our Coles fact of the game. St. John's head coach Rick Pitino is in his 52nd year of coaching. Starting out as an assistant at Hawaii back in 1974, took over as an interim coach in 1976. Went 2-4, and then he joined Jim Boeheim later as an assistant at Syracuse in 1976. That's our fact of the game, sponsored by Kohl's. Make the spring a stylish one with on-trend looks for every occasion when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where families come first. I was 4 years old when Rick Pitino started coaching. You weren't even a thought yet.
Not even.
Jordan.
Not even. Some would argue I'm still not a fan.
And Rick still looks dapper. Of course, the 6th team, St. John's, that he has brought to the NCAA tournament. No one's ever done that. Of course, when he lost his job in Louisville, exiled a bit all the way out to Greece. I don't know if that's where he ran into Lefteris Leotopoulos.
Said it was some of his most meaningful coaching there, where he learned a lot about the game and came back and applied it here in the States.
And then came back to Iona, where he was a 2-time MAC Coach of the Year, now the Big East Coach of the Year. St. John's breaks pressure. They trail by 8 with 7:50 to go in the first. Leotopoulos gets it at the top of the arc. Coming on an Ejiofor screen. Leotopoulos working right into a mid-range jumper that's no good. Cleaned up by R.J. Lewis, and he puts it in. Now Arkansas in the dark red going right to left. They lead 22-16. 7.5 to go in the first. Up top now it's Janelle Davis. Handling for the Razorbacks. Shirt on top. Pass out top. Wagner's got it. Gives high post. Broken up by Ejiofor. Deflection of bounds, and it'll be St. John's ball.
Well, let me tell you, Chris, the play that just transpired. Ejiofor getting out and denying 2 steps in front of the timeline. That's your center. That's your big. That type of energy is infectious to your group, saying, hey, I'm not only carrying us in scoring, I'm out here working my tail off defensively as a perimeter defender. Guys, let's step it up here. Can that fuel them here in the final 7 minutes of the first half?
He knocked it away from Brazil. Those two were literally chest to chest on the other end, talking to each other. Leotopoulos in the lane with a driving layup, no good. Rebound, saved from going out of bounds by Knox. They'll say no, he was out of bounds. And there's a kid on the Arkansas hype team behind the cheerleaders standing up and just glaring at the official right there. I thought the official was going to give him a technical. He's got that big cone thing you talk through. What is that thing called? Like a megaphone?
A megahorn or something?
He's got the megaphone right in the ear of the official right now on the baseline.
Let me tell you how
I wonder if
happy.
cheerleaders ever gotten a technical.
I don't know if Coach Cal would appreciate a cheerleader for Arkansas.
No.
Going out on a limb there.
Lewis, pass up. Ejiofor bobble it in the lane. Kick it out to Lewis. 14 to shoot for the Johnnies. Lewis curls left. Gets into the paint. Tough fadeaway. Won't go. Battle. Rebounded by St. John's. Out top, Leotopoulos a 3. It's gone. First made 3 in the game for St. John's. They're within 3 with 6:40 to go in the first.
13 offensive rebounds for the Johnnies. 11 second chance points. Here comes the crowd.
Brazil in the paint. Tough leader. Fake no good, but a foul. Well, if you can't catch our tournament broadcast on radio, you can listen online at westwood1sports.com and ncaa.com. On any Alexa-enabled device, simply ask to open Westwood One Sports, or when you're on the go via the Varsity Network app, the NCAA March Madness app, or the brand new easy-to-use Westwood One Sports app. So going to the line will be Trevon Brazil. I should say Trevin Brazil. Transfer out of Missouri. At the line, free throw is no good off the back of the rim. $11 points, 12 rebounds in their win against Kansas. Brazil, we averaged about 5 and 5. Missed the second. Richmond a rebound, and he puts it in. Wow, that's got Rick Pitino's arms crossed and angrily looking onto his team.
Nobody put a body on him at a free throw block. Not the most physical team in the country. Just a miscommunication.
24-19 Arkansas. 6:16 to go in the first. Leotopoulos to the baseline. Wrap around Lewis. Up top, a 3 by Smith. No good. It was short, but a foul on the rebound is going to go against Arkansas. A little pushing going on. And the officials getting between Ejiofor and the Razorbacks. They're sending them away. I think they're going to look at this on replay. The foul was on Brazil. We talked about Brazil and Ejiofor really talking to each other, chesting each other, and the officials are going to look at the replay, and John Calipari's livid. And he's being led away in the St. John's game behind the bench. Yeah, are cheering him, but Pitino doesn't like the fact that they're going to look at this on replay.
Calipari had to be held back by his staff.
Calipari, I should say.
Yeah, he was fired up here. We're going to get another look at the replay. Ejiofor comes at Brazil, and they just get tied up. There should be much ado about nothing here. You see Ejiofor fall to the ground, and I think it fooled the officials into thinking maybe he was shoved. There's two bodies getting tangled up to me.
And it goes back to what I said a few possessions ago when they were jawing at each other, and then they both got tangled up in a box-out situation, and they were talking and pushing at that point, and then Ejiofor ends up on the ground. So the officials, I think, want to make sure they've just got everything and see everything right now.
Yeah, and alert everybody to the fact that, hey, we're going to monitors now, so let's clean it up. I don't believe there'll be any technical flagrant foul here called, but they are doing their due diligence to get this game balanced. You're absolutely right, Chris.
Brazil has 2 personals. Ejiofor doesn't have any. So let's see. The officials have finished their look at it, and they will huddle up.
I'd be stunned if there's any type of flagrant foul here called. I would be stunned.
It also could be big because it would be Brazil's 3rd.
Yeah. And his length it's game-changing in this one, especially even with said length. They're getting beat up on the backboard.
Brazil's got 5 rebounds already. We'll hear from the official in a moment.
Wow.
That'd be a flagrant 1.
That's stunning to me.
The foul on the floor has been upgraded to a flagrant 1 foul.
That's stunning.
White will shoot 2 shots and get the ball on the baseline.
We were looking at the replay 3 times over.
Yeah.
Nothing was egregious in nature. Nothing.
So now it's a second. It's a second personal. So it'll only be 2 personals on Brazil. But it will be free throws in the ball for St. John's, who have gone through a 2 of 18 spurt here. They trail by 5, though, with 6:10 to go in the first. Despite going 2 of 18, still only down 5. Ejiofor is going to get free throws, and then St. John's will get the ball. Ejiofor standing by himself, the line to our right. Free throw is in and out, no good. Ejiofor, just a 69% free throw shooter during the season. In his second season with St. John's, after spending his freshman year at Kansas, he played sparingly there. Ejiofor's second is good. Makes 1 of 2, and now St. John's will have possession with 6:10 to go in the first. 24-20 Arkansas, what's been an electric atmosphere here in Providence.
And has been a dogfight. Every play has been somewhat a scramble, turbulent, chaotic, all said things.
St. John's inbounding along the baseline. Out top it goes to Aaron Scott. Moves it left for Ejiofor in front of the Arkansas bench. Hands it off for David Smith. Back to Ejiofor. And a 2-hand slam by Subi Ejiofor. 24-22 Arkansas. Just under 6 to go in the first half. Front court now Arkansas. Wagner. Ejiofor all over him. Pass up top, stolen away by R.J. Lewis. Uncontested on the other end. And a 2-hand slam. And we're tied at 24. Timeout, Arkansas. Mayhem in Providence. 5:40 to go, all deadlocked. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first at 888-ALLSTATE or allstate.com. Like you know to check your sunroof is closed first before driving through the car wash.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, no. Wait, whoa.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So if you want to save money, check Allstate first at 888-ALLSTATE or allstate.com. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
6:10 to go in the first half. I should say 5:40 to go in the first half. St. John's and Arkansas are tied at 24. Back and forth we go in this one. And right now Arkansas, who had led in this one for most part, had controlled it, and now all even.
I do believe there was a momentum shift with the technical call that removed Brazil for a spell that's currently going on to generate a few points there, and then to get a key turnover for a run out. It's tilted because this crowd's now alive.
Richmond front court for Arkansas gives to Boogie Flan. Out top, Wagner nearly stolen. Wagner moving it left, cut off by Ejiofor. Retreats to the wing. You see the Johnny defense now showing up for the first half. Flan out right. In the lane, Davis back out Flan. Hoisting a left wing three. It's good. Boogie down. Boogie Flan with a three. Arkansas takes a 3-point lead.
All starts from the dribble drive of John L. Davis to collapse the defense, swing it around for the left wing three.
Approaching 5 minutes to go in the first half. Ejiofor, top of the arc. Holds overhead. Ejiofor driving it left. Swings back right. Layup, no good, but he got fouled by Ivisic. He picks up his second.
Ejiofor catches that ball at the free throw line, extended squares and faces. Because he's such an explosive, physical athlete, he's able to get by the long 7-footer in Ivisic, who doesn't move so well laterally. Beats him, gets him on the hip, and all Ivisic can do is foul.
Second foul in the 7'2" Croatian. At the line now is Ejiofor. Free throw on the way. A high archer is good. There's Zuby Ejiofor. 10.7 rebounds, 4 assists in the game on Thursday against Omaha. Had 20 in the Big East Championship. The season high 33 in the Big East semis. And the win against Marquette. Marquette, who got bounced yesterday from the tournament. Ejiofor makes that second. 27-26 Arkansas. Under 5 minutes to go now in the first half. Front court now Wagner. Hands to Richmond. Dribbling right. Gives it off to Boogie Flan. Out on the left side now to Wagner. Wagner handling top of the arc. Ejiofor on him. Pass inside to Ivisic. Ivisic trapped out to Wagner. 12 to shoot. Ends up in the hands of Davis. Coming left. Jump stop in the lane. Gliding to the rim. Missed the driving layup. St. John's with the rebound and a chance to take the lead. Front court now it's Smith. Barreling into the paint. Tough leaner. It's scored! First lead since 4-2 for the Johnnies. 4:20 to go in the first. 28-27 St. John's. Arkansas with it. Flan up top Wagner. Cuts right. Still with the dribble. Backs up. Driving it on Leotopoulos. Gets into a crowd. Can't finish inside. St. John's has it. They've got the ball and the momentum. Smith runs in a Flan and a foul against Arkansas.
Avon Smith really setting the tone in the open floor. Attack, meet the chest, draw a foul, or finish. 2 impressive sequences in the open floor for the smallish guard.
And a timeout, a deafening roar. You can hear it all the way back to New York City. 3:57 to go in the first, 28-27 St. John's. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Ever so switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Listen up, fellow Gen Xers. Elizabeth Banks here. The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the way. We've done this before. Music videos, fanny packs, even the World Wide Web. Let's do it again and get vaccinated, because we're at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Visit vaxassist.com and schedule a vaccine today. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVB tickets.
Chris Carino and Jordan Cornette here in our Granger broadcast position in Providence. Gain a winning edge for your business with Granger. Get fast delivery of industrial-grade supplies to help keep your operation going when you call 1-800-GRANGER or click Granger.com. 3:57 to go, first half in Providence. St. John's with a 28-27 lead over Arkansas. Arkansas led by as much as 8. St. John's jumping in front for the first time since this game was only a minute and a half old. And what has been a loud, boisterous arena in Providence, really supporting the St. John's Red Storm, a lot of them making their way up from New York City.
Zuby Ejiofor has had such a massive impact in a game where offense is hard to come by. As a short roll guy, as a guy on the backboard, as a guy running the floor, as a guy they're playing through with his back to the basket, he has generated consistent productivity in the first half.
Davon Smith at the line. Free throw is good. He'll get another. Davon Smith, who last season played with Utah, led the nation with 5 triple-doubles, second most in a season in NCAA history. The other being Kyle Collinsworth at BYU had 6 one year. Now some discussion with all the officials. Teams are going to go to their respective corners. Discussion at the scorers table. So there was Davon Smith's at the line right now, and the free throw is good. And now Arkansas would get it. Maybe it was supposed to be a 1-and-1.
There's a common foul on the free throw.
Okay.
Which is now putting Arkansas to the line on the other side.
So St. John's made a free throw. Now Arkansas gets a free throw. It's a 1-and-1 for Richmond. Billy Richmond, who's probably Billy Jr., played for Calipari at Memphis, makes the free throw, get another.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. It's the first where you're moving from the line because even on the miss, there's no action because it's going to be a dead ball free throw the other side because of the foul.
See something new every time you come to an arena.
Unbelievable.
Richmond third, short on the free throw. Stop with the rebound for St. John's. They lead by 2, 3:54 to go in the first half. Ejiofor for the Johnnies, out of the right wing there. R.J. Lewis. Lewis bounces it out top. Ejiofor sideways to the basket. Hands to Lewis, coming around him. Snaking his way to the elbow with a jumper. Off the side of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Knox for Arkansas. Razorbacks, a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. 3.5 to go in the first half. Wagner trapped over to Ivicic. Pump fake on a 3. 7'2" center. Going through the defense. Lost the handle. Rickman picked it up, but he missed the layup. And St. John's to the rebound. Red Storm moving left to right. Stop, cross court. Leotopoulos at corner 3. Airballed it. Rebounded by Arkansas. Knox looking to break out. Slowed down by Lewis. And now he'll reset it and give it up. Wagner's got it front court for the Razorbacks. Wagner a low crossover out of double screen. Moves it to Ivicic up top. Hands it off for Davis. Curling top of the arc. Driving it on Ejiofor. Cut off. Has to back it out. Johnny thought there should have been the travel. Wagner on the drive. A leaner in traffic. And it's an offensive foul against DJ Wagner. Aaron Scott jumped in front and took the charge.
Just high IQ defensive basketball from Scott, understanding DJ Wagner was wholly out of control, barreling down for the left side to the goal. He just stood there, kept his feet sturdy and supplanted and offered his body up to the basketball gods for the charge.
Boogie Flan back in the game. They're also going to bring Jonas Adu back. Adu with 2 fouls. Oh, no, excuse me. Haven't brought Adu back. That was Knox coming into the game. Adu remains on the bench with the 2 fouls. Scott hands it off up top for Lewis. A whistle away from the play. A foul against Arkansas. There, St. John's will shoot 1-and-1. Actually, double bonus. Free throws for Ejiofor. Witness history in the making. The U.S. women's national team faces off against Brazil in the first ever professional women's sporting event at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles on Saturday, April 5th. Secure your seats. Go to ussoccer.com/tickets. Zuby Ejiofor at the line was 3 for 3. First on the way is good. Ejiofor awaits his second. Free throw good for Zuby Ejiofor, and St. John's their largest lead. 32-28 Johnnies, 2:37 to go. We're here in the first half in Providence, second round. Winner moves on to the Sweet 16 in the West. Boogie Fland out of Steppendyke High School in White Plains by way of the Bronx. Give it to the corner, Richmond a three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by David Smith of St. John's. Up the right wing into the front court. Smith snatched it up top. Scott a deep three. No good, it was long. Knox had it, lost it to Fland, comes up with it for Arkansas. Right to left, they race into the front court. Fland, crossover, driving it right. Into the chest of Ejiofor, and a foul is going to go against St. John's. Whistle happening right in front of Rick Coutinho, who's livid.
And Coach Coutinho's livid because the foul was called at the short corner baseline on the right side, right in front of an official who had a clean look. He doesn't blow the whistle. The official at the timeline at half court is the one who blows the whistle and calls the foul. So kind of inexplicable if you don't see it point blank in a foul and you see it from a terrible vantage point far removed.
Fland at the line, free throw in and out, no good. Arkansas had a 22-14 lead. St. John's has gone on an 18-6 spurt here to take a 4-point edge with 2:01 to go in the first half. Boogie Fland, the freshman who missed the last 15 games of the season, makes the free throw, came back for their first round game against Thursday. Coming off the bench where he had been a starter, but he wanted to come off the bench for a team that only really goes 8 deep, sometimes 7. Lewis squeezing through defenders, runs it, and Knox, who took it away. What a play defensively by Knox, who's had a great first half. Fland, left wing three, blocked by Ejiofor, got it back, finds Davis for a three. That won't go. Richmond for Arkansas. Twisting shot is gone. It bounced around and goes in. 32-31 St. John's. Minute 28 to go in the first half.
Arkansas was not going to quit on that possession. Shot block, go get it, work it around, find it to Richmond. Duck your shoulder, get it in the paint, get it high off the rim.
Smith around the high screen. Hooks it right. Leotopoulos a three. Off the heel. A battle and a rebound Arkansas. They can regain the lead. Davis in the front court. Veers out to the right wing. Gives it up top for Fland. Played by Leotopoulos. Fland, you can tell, a little winded. He hasn't played a lot lately. Out of the right wing now, switched up with the bigger Ruben Prey. Gives it up right wing to Janelle Davis. Feeds down low. Avicic going to work inside. Turnaround hook to the 7-2 Avicic, and it's good. And Arkansas retakes the lead.
Incredibly difficult shot. Ejiofor did his job in the post defense. Pushed him very far off the block. He comes over the left shoulder. A tough hook from about 10 feet.
Looks like Kareem out there. St. John's with it. Ejiofor left side. An open three. Missed it short. Praise tip won't go. Avicic for the rebound. Shot clock is off. 18 seconds to go in the half. Arkansas with the ball in a 1-point lead. Boogie Fland gets it across the midcourt line. Fland yo-yos the dribble. Starts the move with 7. With 6. Crossover right. In the lane. Physical drive. And a Baker is good for Boogie Fland. Through the chest of Ejiofor. And Arkansas with the last words of a terrific physical first half here in Providence.
Big time for Boogie Fland to get the defender on his hip. Get downhill from that right wing. Finish just before the half. Gives him some belief in his game offensively. But further than that, Arkansas has all momentum going into the locker room and saying, this team is not the toughest team in the land. This team is not the best defensive team in the land. That is us. The belief in the locker room for Arkansas right now, sky high.
A 7-0 run to end the first half. Arkansas with a 35-32 lead over St. John's. When we return, we'll head back to our Straight Talk Wireless studios for the halftime report. Need more data so you can stream your Jam Mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. For the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
A dog? I'm not. I was born for a purpose, to bring you hope, to guide you out of darkness, to stand by you as you rediscover life. When past battles cloud your mind, I push them away. You tell me I'm your hero, just as you are mine. You hold me when you're afraid, whisper that I saved you. With me by your side, no challenge is too great, no night too dark. I'm your guide, your companion, your friend, your light. A dog? I'm not. With me, you see the world again.
Discover hope at Dogs Inc. Visit us at dogsinc.org to learn more.
The mission of Paralyzed Veterans of America is clear: accessibility. Veterans who have served and sacrificed the best of themselves deserve access to the best our country has to offer. Access to meaningful employment. Access to the veterans' benefits they've earned. Accessible homes and vehicles. And access to every part of their communities. With PVA staff working inside VA hospitals, no other veterans organization has provided more real-time, ongoing support for paralyzed veterans and their families. PVA is proud to serve veterans across all branches, all generations, and all conflicts. Our nation's heroes fought for your independence. Join PVA in fighting for theirs at pva.org.
Well, a couple of years ago, college basketball wanted to get the physicality out of the game and up the scoring. If they were calling this like that, we would have had 50 free throws in the first half. As it is, the 3-point Arkansas lead over St. John's in a very entertaining second game of the day. Jason Horwitz, Nick Baugh, happy to have you back with us here in our Westwood One studios. St. John's battled back from an 8-point deficit, took the lead, up by 4. Arkansas finished the half on a 7-0 run. Nick, the physicality obviously that stands out, the lack of ability for either team to hit threes. But what do you think has made the biggest difference here as we head to the locker room?
Well, I think there's a lot of different things. Zuby Ejiofor is slowly but surely imposing his will on this game. And I know Arkansas has the lead, but there are very concerning things for the Razorbacks going into this second half. All three of their frontline guys, Edu, Brazil, and Ivisic, all are in foul trouble. Zuby Ejiofor was really the only consistent source of offense for the Red Storm. He had 16 points. He got to the free throw line 9 times. The name of the game for the Red Storm is a cumulative effect on the glass. And if they don't have, if Arkansas doesn't have size to deal with that, that could spell trouble. But you got to like how Arkansas, we talk about how athletic St. John's is. Listen, Arkansas is 4th in the country in blocks per game.
Yeah.
I thought their rim protection really, really was a high level in that first half. But, man, there's some athletic guys on the floor in this one.
Arkansas's got 4 first-half blocks. St. John's has 14 offensive rebounds. Just to put that in perspective, Texas A&M, who we're going to hear coming up next against Michigan, is the #1 offensive rebounding team in the country. They get 16 offensive rebounds a game. St. John's has 14 at the half. All right, winner's going to move on to the Sweet 16. Earlier today in Providence, speaking of teams that used to get offensive rebounds, Zach Edey played for Purdue. He's not anymore. They're still going to the Sweet 16. No problem today with McNeese, 76-62. But Matt Painter did address the fact, look, it's been an adjustment to try to figure out without playing with the 7'4" guy.
They love Zach Edey. Like all of us love Zach Edey. You know, he makes you a great coach, right? But there's also a part of it, like it's hard to adjust without him. because he meant so much to us and how we played and how we had to change what Trey does and how we get to the pocket passes and the short rolls. We never did that before because it didn't make sense because we've had the really big guys, A.J. Hammonds, Isaac Haas, Caleb Swanigan. So like that was our adjustment, but it also makes it work because Braden can pass the basketball so well.
Well, and Trey Kaufman-Renn today became the first player from the Big Ten to have 20 points, 15 rebounds, and 3 assists in an NCAA tournament game since Jimmy King, part of that Fab Five group, their junior year in 1995. Check that, his senior year in 1995 in the tournament for Michigan back 30 years ago. All right, on the other side, McNeese, first tournament win in school history. Will Wade certainly become a topic of conversation and a coaching name that everyone has kind of gotten familiar with. Been open, been honest. Everyone knows he's taking the NC State job. They asked him just today after the game and the loss if it was official.
I'll worry about that tomorrow. I mean, look, I'm an honest guy. Today, I want to put a bow on everything in McNeese if we can. When we get back, we'll figure out next steps. But I do want to say, whatever happens, our program at McNeese is in great shape. We're not dumb. We have a plan to keep this program rolling, whoever's at the helm. I really believe, we're just getting started.
All right, so lines. He will be the next head coach at NC State. They'll figure out who the next one is. And I guess part of that conversation, you and I talked about this earlier today in the pregame show. This is all about the tournament moving forward. But the state of college basketball, the state of the tournament, all of those things, people absolutely crush coaches, and rightfully so, for saying, no, I love this team. I'll be here forever. And the next day go into somewhere else. Because 70 coaches change jobs every year, give or take. Then they crush them for being honest, be like, yeah, he's being so it's both. Yeah. But then you also crush players for going to 3 schools in 5 years, but you don't crush coaches for doing it. So it's both.
Yeah, no, darn if you do, darn if you don't. If you're the coaches in terms of being honest and what is frowned upon for players in terms of movement is okay for coaches. So there's a little hypocrisy riddled in all of this. All I know is what Will Wade was cast aside for in terms of paying players, for lack of a better term,
at
now
LSU, yes.
at LSU is now a part of the game. So that makes it a little bit more appetizing to be able to go hire a guy like that who's had a very successful track record, took McNeese now to back-to-back NCAA tournaments. So should be very interesting to see how he performs at NC State. But completely agree with you in terms of we crush coaches for lying. We crush them for being honest. It's a hard situation for them.
I mean, we teach our kids honesty is the best policy. So if again, should you be going? Maybe that's a different conversation, but let's be honest. Schools have been approaching coaches for the last 6 to 8 weeks.
Yes.
Ever since they all knew who they were going to be firing and so on and so forth. All right, halftime in Providence, 3-point Arkansas lead, 35-32. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture with daily use.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with a sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a Honey Buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
Participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
Jason Horwitz back with you here in our Westwood One studios. Halftime in Providence, Arkansas leading St. John's, the 10 seed over the 2, 35-32. Coming up, the next tip-off, it will be in Denver, Michigan, and Texas A&M. Austin Crozier with Aggies head coach Buzz Williams.
First, let's take a step back to your first-round win over Yale. You guys go for 40 points in the first half, 59% from the field. What was clicking for you guys offensively?
I think our staff did a really good job of preparing our guys for
the types of looks that we were wanting to shoot. And then I thought the discipline that our players played with in regards to what we deemed to be predictable shots was really, really good. Anytime the ball goes in, as you know, it looks better. But I think the shots that we were shooting were the shots that we had practiced and prepared to shoot, and our guys had great discipline in shooting those shots.
Coach, so we shift gears to tonight's game against Michigan. I saw you in the stands watching the game the other night. What are things that you like about this team, and what are you going to need to do to get the win?
We'll have to do a lot of things to have a chance to win. They're one of the best teams in the country, a unique style of play, a very fast style of play. Really have enjoyed watching their team. We've had 6 common opponents, which is rare when you get to only the second round of the tournament, when you've played 6 teams the same. So our staff started with that. They've only played one team that plays our style defensively, so we've spent some extra time on that. But I love their personnel and their grouping, and, tried to study as much as I can in a short turnaround.
Texas A&M coach Buzz Williams. Coach, good luck against Michigan.
And that tip about an hour and 10 minutes from now. A&M 4 all-time Sweet 16s, trying to get there for the first time in 7 years. Nick, Michigan has got a knack for winning close games.
Yes, they do.
have tied the record for most ever wins by 4 points or less in NCAA history. What do you think makes the difference in this ballgame?
Offensive glass, same thing in the game that we're watching here with St. John's and Arkansas. But A&M, that's their whole identity. Number 1 offensive rebounding team in the country, number 1 in the country in second chance points per game. Now, on paper, Michigan has 2 7-footers they start down there, and Vlad Golden and Danny Wolf. So you would think they should be able to rebound, but it's going to take all 5 guys, the guards coming in, getting physical, and gang rebound in the entire game. I think if Michigan can rebound, I think they have a little bit more offensive firepower and skill to win. But easier said than done because A&M is just relentless on the glass.
Yeah, Vlad Golden, Dusty May, they have wins in the tournament at FAU and now at Michigan together. They're going to try and take out Texas A&M coming up a little bit later. All right, Arkansas up by 3 on St. John's from the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. This is the men's basketball tournament.
When it feels like the world has stopped, good finds a way. Good is happening, even now. Good connects us, even when we can't get close. Good never stops, and neither does Children International. With support from caring friends, we help provide children and families with the critical essentials they need. Essentials like food assistance, hygiene education, medical help, and financial support. To learn more, go to children.org/help today. Together, we can help end poverty for good.
In 2007, Marine First Lieutenant Travis Manion was killed in Iraq after saving his wounded teammates. Travis's legacy lives on through the 5 words he spoke before leaving for his final deployment. If not me, then who? Words that today fuel the spirit of Travis Manion Foundation. Words that live in veterans, families of the fallen, and inspired civilians who go out of their way to find a way, who help others with the help of others, who bounce back after each setback, who make good on good intentions. Through Travis Manion Foundation, if not me, then who, are words that can live in you too. Show the world what your character is made of, because character is invisible until it's not. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans, families of the fallen, and inspired civilians at travismanion.org. That's travismanion.org.
Jason Horowitz back with you in our Westwood One studios. Back to Providence coming up on the other side for the second half of Arkansas and St. John's. Razorbacks up 35-32. We check the women's tournament scoreboard, sponsored by Maintain X. Maintain X, the asset and maintenance app that brings your unplanned downtime to zero. Try it for free. MaintainX.com/MVP. That is maintain the letter X.com/MVP. There have not been any upsets in the women's tournament to date. The only close thing that you'd call to that would be a 10 over a 7. That was Oregon winning yesterday. There has been a close call. Kentucky, a 4 seed, only beat Liberty by 1. 79-78 at the moment. Oklahoma, a 3 seed, up by 8. They just started the fourth quarter on Florida Gulf Coast, 58-50. Don't forget, Westwood One's got your entire coverage of the women's tournament from the Sweet 16 all the way to the championship game. Back to Providence next. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Westwood One presents great moments in tournament history.
It was May Day for all opponents in March and April of 2005, as North Carolina's Sean May averaged 22 points and 12 rebounds during the Tar Heels' run to the Final Four. When they reached the title game, he showed his teammates video of his dad, Scott, winning it all in 1976 with Indiana. And then he proceeded to create his own highlight reel.
Here comes May. Sideline pass to Noel. Picked up by Williams. He dribbles to the top of the key. Bouncing a ball left to the lane. Caught by May. He does a 360. He spins in the lane. His jump shot good. What a spectacular acrobatic move by the big man. Dancing and spinning and hitting the shot. And he puts Carolina up by 7.
Part of his game-high 26 points on 10 of 11 shooting as the Tar Heels captured the school's 4th national championship. With another great moment in tournament history, I'm Kevin Kugler.
Let's check the halftime stats sponsored by Barbasol. Barbasol shaving cream delivers a thick lather and close, comfortable shave for half the price of gels. Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol. What's standing out to you as you look at the stat sheet? I mentioned the three-point shooting in this game. It's been a rock fight. Hasn't been a clean offensive game. St. John's just 23.8% shooting, 1 of 13 from 3. Arkansas, 37% shooting overall, 2 for 12 from 3. 29-25 rebounding edge for St. John's. A back-and-forth game here in Providence.
Yeah, back-and-forth game. A lot of it has been, of course, that three-point shot, as you reinforced there. But it's also who hasn't played a lot in that first half because of foul trouble. Trevin Brazil, Jonas Adu, both those guys playing sub 10 minutes because of foul trouble. Same on St. John's side. Kadari Richmond only played 7 minutes. Simeon Wilcher also in foul trouble. Only played 4 minutes. What we know about St. John's, they start slow. They're the best second-half team in the nation, arguably. They're going to give it their all in the second half. It's going to be on the back of a guy like Kadari Richmond joining Ejiofor, who's been incredible with 16 points in that first half. But Arkansas needs to get back to establishing Jonas Adu in this game.
Well, the second half key is sponsored by Wago. Trust your game, trust your wiring with Wago electrical connectors. Gear up at wago.com/hoops, your next electrical project. Jordan Cornette, St. John's. Take us in that locker room right now if you can. And what's Rick Pitino focusing on?
Keep fighting, keep competing, keep playing at this pace. That 7-0 run, that's a motivator. Because you gave up 7 points and went scoreless down the stretch. He's going to say, we got to come back in attack mode. We got to get back in transition. Our perimeter defense has to do a better job of keeping the dribble drive in front of us. A couple mental breakdowns there. We lost a couple 50-50 balls. Who are we going to beat for the next 20 minutes if we want to survive in advance?
And as far as John Calipari and the Arkansas Razorbacks, they have stood up to St. John's. They've traded punches with them. It is kind of house money for Arkansas, being the number 10 seed. But what are they going to have to do to hang on to a 3-point lead?
Let's make no mistake. Coach Cal wants to beat Coach Pitino so badly. I don't care if he doesn't say it out loud. But they got to be better on the backboard. They gave up 14 offensive rebounds to St. John's. Now you can look at it glass half full if you're Arkansas and say, sure, we bent, but we didn't break. of those 14 offensive rebounds, 11 second chance points is a lot, but we also, off way less, half those offensive rebounds generated 7 points ourselves. So let's take them off the glass, because if you do, it enables you to be able to run in transition, something Arkansas wants to do as well.
Time now for the start of the second half, sponsored by Indeed.com. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How do you find amazing candidates fast? Easy, just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Our producer, Dave Hagan, Sam Virgillo, our engineer, Rob Luzzi, our statistician. Great job for our entire team here. Sixth and final game that we've had here in Providence over the first 2 rounds. This has been a lot of fun, partner. One more half to go.
And if saving the best 20 minutes for last, don't you feel like, Chris? I mean, this
now
one
you're Vanessa Williams.
I wish.
Save the best for last. She was married to Rick Fox, wasn't she?
Which I got to be honest, Rick Fox is a stud too. Yeah, while we're mentioning pretty rich people, throw Rick in there too.
Well, you got celebrities here. Spike Lee is here.
Keegan Bradley, the Ryder Cup captain, is in the house. I've given up trying to look for him. Maybe he's in one of the big money suites.
So Brad Stevens is here, the president of the Celtics. Arkansas will have it to start the second half. What do we got? Here we go. 35-32 Arkansas. Start of the second. Razorbacks in the dark red going left to right. St. John's in white with a brighter red numbers and letters. Davis picked up the dribble up top. Wagner comes to get it, knocked loose into the backcourt by Wiltshire. Wagner retrieves it. 9 to shoot. Wagner out of the right, moves it left. Knox, you had a great first half. Top of the key pull-up. Won't go, but a foul on St. John. Wiltshire befuddled. It's going to be his third.
And it's going to be on a jump shooter from 16 feet.
That's going to put Carter Knox at the line. Knox 7.6 rebounds in 17 first half minutes.
He came down on the elbow as we see the replay. It wasn't egregious, but it was a foul to alter the shot.
Free throw missed by Knox. Later on, we'll select the smart coaching move of the day. Sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Carter with a K. Knox. Free throw good. And Arkansas with a 4-point lead. Just underway, second half here in Providence. Chris Carino and Jordan Fournette with you. As the Johnnies in the white going right to left. R.J. Lewis out on the left side, near side. Back it out, Ejiofor. 16 in the first half for Zuby Ejiofor. Hands to Smith, coming around him. Smith. Back to Ejiofor, top of the arc. Pass left, Scott dumps down low to Richmond. Going to work inside with a leaner. Rolled off, no good. Ejiofor with a rebound, and he got fouled. A foul against Arkansas. And that's going to be on Adu, who had sat for much of that first half with 2 fouls. That'll be his third.
And at some point, it's always interesting what which Coach Cal's going to do. He's going to bring in a Visic for Adu. Adu sat for so long in this game. I get you're saving him, but what are you saving him for if he's completely out of rhythm, having spent the majority of the time seated on the side in such an up-and-down game?
Sometimes you can foul out your own player.
Yeah, just play him through the 3 fouls. He's got to get on the floor.
Scott gets loose right side in front of his coach. Rick Pitino shoots a 3. It's in and out, no good. Ejiofor with a rebound, and he got fouled. And that'll be the third on Visic, who just checked into the game for Adu. Actually, the fourth on Visic.
Ejiofor just continuing to rearrange bodies when the shot goes up. He's been the most physical piece on the floor in either jersey. Just gets in front of Visic for that pristine offensive rebounding position. And when he elevates, Visic from behind comes down with the arms.
John Calipari really working the official near midcourt right now as Ejiofor misses the free throw. Well, download the brand new Westwood One Sports app. Catch every minute of the men's and women's NCAA tournament anytime, anywhere. Don't be left out. Get the Westwood One Sports app today. Ejiofor. Free throw. It's good. Minute gone in the second. 36-33. Arkansas with the lead. One of 14 SEC teams in the tournament. Davis out top. Hands left for Wagner. Wagner Moves it left to curling Davis to the elbow with a pull-up off the heel, no good. Taken on the run by Lewis for St. John's. Right to left, middle of the pack. Driving it into Janelle Davis. And he got held up and tied up. Arrow will stay with St. John's.
Incredible effort from Janelle Davis. I mean, you've got R.J. Lewis coming barreling down in transition. He's the only line of defense. Most guys take a charge, a lesser defender. He just goes up in there and creates a tie-up.
Richmond inbounds and gets it back. Curls out top. Pair of number ones matched up with Davis guarding Richmond. Richmond on a drive going inside. I think Wagner got a piece of that, and the shot ended up short, and Arkansas comes up with it.
Good recovery defensively on what appeared to be a blow-by and an easy layup for Richmond. Anything but.
A little help from your friends. Here's Wagner going to the rim. Oh, a twisting driving layup for DJ Wagner. And Arkansas with a 5-point lead. 18-10 to go here in the second. St. John's now weaves it up top. Richmond moves it right. Stop run off the line. Spins up right of the lane. Jumper in and out. Ivicic for the strong rebound. And a foul against St. John's. Sacrificing Ivicic a little bit, leaving him out there with 4 fouls, but he's strong on the glass there. He's a string bean, but he was able to gather the rebound in traffic, and Ejiofor had hooked him on the arm.
Giving him quality minutes, and that's what you want out of your reserve big. While Adu is saddled with those 3 fouls is, can you be that rim protector rebounder? And in that sequence, he was both.
Devine Ayo comes into the game now for St. John's. Wagner on a high screen. Moves it right. Brazil's got it. Coming right. Hands it off for Davis. Davis with Lewis all over him. Gives it back to Wagner. Working around a screen. A seam in the lane. And a twisting reverse layup is good for DJ Wagner. And Arkansas, an extended 12-1 run to take a 7-point lead. 2.5 minutes gone in the second. And Rick Pitino wants a timeout. A timeout sponsored by Progressive Insurance. You can save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com. 40-33 Arkansas, 17:29 to go in the second. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Did you know that most adults with autism are unemployed? And a major hurdle is the lack of job opportunities. Well, that's about to change, thanks to a new initiative from Autism Speaks, Lee Container, the J. Donald and Laurel Lee Family Foundation Fund, and Delivering Jobs, that seeks to create a more inclusive workforce in the U.S. Lee Container is a family-owned business that has found success by staying true to the golden rule: treat others as you would want to be treated. There are hundreds of thousands of people with autism and people with intellectual or developmental differences who are ready and willing to work in our communities. Our coalition is committed to hiring an inclusive workforce, providing training for hiring professionals, and providing guidelines for all employees. Together, we can create a workforce where people of all abilities can contribute and thrive. Will you join us? We are inviting other businesses, institutions, and community leaders to join in. To learn more, please visit autismspeaks.org/employment.
Furnished by the Entertainment Industry Foundation.
Every year, millions of pets go missing, leaving families heartbroken. If you lose or find a pet, Petco Love Lost is here to help. Our free, easy-to-use platform uses photo matching technology across multiple media platforms to bring lost pets home. Just upload a photo and quickly search the largest national lost and found pet database. Let's unite to reunite, because every lost pet deserves to find their way home. Register today at PetcoLoveLost.org.
COVID-19 has changed everything for the children of the world. Since the earliest days of the pandemic, we've been on the ground, providing children food, educational resources, and basics no child should be without. To learn more, visit savethechildren.org/together. This year, join us and make change for children. Visit savethechildren.org/together. Sponsored by Save the Children.
Let's check the schedule of tournament games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by the 2027 X15 engine from Cummins, featuring better fuel efficiency, immense power, and backed by 25-plus years of experience. The 2027 X15 is built to rise above the challenges of tomorrow. The X15, forever rising. In Denver, we've got Michigan, Texas A&M, in Wichita, checking on Drake and Texas Tech, and finally in Lexington, Creighton takes on a 1-seed Auburn. here in Providence. 17:29 to go in the second half. Arkansas is taking a 40-33 lead over St. John's.
This is an Arkansas team that is now protecting the rim, doing a job on edge of four, and it's fueling them to get the ball and go. And DJ Wagner as a driver has been unstoppable in the second half.
Davon Smith moves it out on the right to Ibinayo. Ibinayo gives left Richmond. Kadari Richmond goes spinning into the paint. Out of the right wing to Scott up top, edge of four. 10 to shoot for the Johnnies. Give it to Smith. Top of the key. Back left. Pass stolen away by Knox. Going to the other end. Knox will lay it in. And Arkansas out to a 9-point lead with 3 minutes gone in the second half. Largest lead of the game for the Razorbacks. Now St. John's trying to settle things down. Edge of four, out top. Hands to Richmond. Cut off. Cuts right down the lane. Leaner, no good, but a foul put Kadari Richmond at the line.
Very cerebral, probing dribbles from Richmond is with his broad shoulders just able to kind of inch in, found himself right up at the rim, and then he drew a whistle. Pretty strong play.
And Jordan, Arkansas is going to go back to Adu now with 16:45 to go in the second. He's got 3 fouls. Arkansas with a 9-point lead, but Kadari Richmond has been quiet in this game. At the line, free throw is short, no good. Richmond, a second-team All-Big East player. With his third school, he's played with Syracuse and spent 3 years with Seton Hall. Avicic comes out as Idu comes in, and John Calipari really congratulating Avicic as he goes to the bench. Free throw by Richmond rattles in. It's an 8-point lead for the Razorbacks. Out of the SEC against the Big East champion St. John's Red Storm. Their first regular season title since '92, first Big East tournament title since 2000. Wagner on a high screen from Adu. Wagner for the Razorbacks, working to the elbow. Down low to Adu, and a two-hand slam. And Arkansas with a 10-point lead.
DJ Wagner is a driver, doesn't score it, doesn't need to. Plays off 2, middle of the lane, commits 2 defenders, dump down to Adu for the punctuation.
4 straight field goals made for Arkansas to take a 10-point lead. Richmond on the drive, and a layup is good for Kadari Richmond. With 16 minutes to go here in the second half. Arkansas 44, St. John's 36. Wagner in the backcourt, played by Davon Smith. Wagner working it up toward the midcourt line. Gives left, Brazil hands it off. Knocks him, give it to Wagner, back near the midcourt line again, straight on, coming right. Turns the corner, driving inside, a physical layup, no good. Rebound grab by Adu of Arkansas, and a foul to the floor against St. John's. A foul will go against Scott. We'll get a timeout. 15:39 to go. Second half in Providence. Arkansas 44, St. John's 36. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hardworking, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Ball above all. Am I right, y'all? Any questions?
Professor, NCAA Division I women's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to get loud? Rep your squad? Get your players hyped up to go all the way to the ship? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBB tickets.
O'Reilly. You've got questions? O'Reilly Auto Parts has answers. Need a pro you can trust? We've got that too. No matter what you need, our professional parts people have the training and expertise to help you do things right. Deep automotive knowledge. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
So, you want to buy a house,
You could go online, do your research, find the dream listing, go see it, and get catfished. Back to the drawing board. More scheduling, more viewings, more. This doesn't even look like the photos. You could finally find one that does match the photos. Then comes the offer. Stress rash? Yep, make that 3. And here's the paperwork. Yep, never-ending paperwork. It's a lot. But you don't have to do it alone. Because there's an agent who's a realtor here to guide and help protect you as you find the home that's right for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Download the official NCAA March Madness live app. You can listen to every Westwood One broadcast of the men's and women's basketball tournament for free. Just look for the headphones icon, any live game. If you're in the car, it seamlessly integrates with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Get the official NCAA March Madness live app today. 15:39 to go. Second half in Providence. Arkansas 44, St. John's 36. Chris Marino and Jordan Cornette with you. And it's not a shocker, Jordan, but it's a surprise a bit with Arkansas having this 8-point lead right now.
It's how they manage the game. It's how they take care of the basketball. It's how they've defended, which has allowed them to get up and kind of run what they want to do offensively. And it's been DJ Wagner, the driver, DJ Wagner, the distributor, DJ Wagner, the playmaker to fuel them here out of the gates to begin this second half.
Father Dewan played for John Calipari. Grandfather played for Louisville, those great teams in the mid-'80s. No Wagner. Now a spin out. Knox going to the rim and a reverse. Oh, it goes down. What a game for Carter Knox. An electrifying drive has the Razorbacks back up by 10 with 15:20 to go in the second half. Knox with 12. Ejiofor hands it off up top. Wiltshire back in the game. Missed a jumper. Down to the corner. Run down by Wiltshire. Wiltshire going to drive it right. Stick through, and a leader is good. Simeon Wiltshire playing with 3 personals. Has his first points of the game. Now DJ Wagner into the front court. Out of Camden, New Jersey. Give it up for Janelle Davis. Hands it off back to Wagner. Straight on against Ejiofor. Moves it right to Knox. Feeds at the rim. Adu, the layup. It's good. And a foul is called against the Johnnies.
Adu buried Kadari Richmond down on that low block. Legitimately right underneath the rim. So Adu just had to catch, go up with it, and the contact on his forearm just willed the basketball.
They kind of lost it. It bounced out of his hands, but it went in.
Did the work before the catch, Chris.
There you go. Preparation, the key to life. Failure to prepare, failure to
keep hitting me with it. I love it.
Failure to prepare is prepare to fail. Anything else you can add? Largest lead for Arkansas. They've got an 11-point edge with 14:38 to go in the second. Kadari Richmond, but a quiet game. Moves into the front court. Hands it off for Wiltshire. Wiltshire with a crossover. Wagner bumping with him. Wiltshire, a tough shot, won't fall. Rebounded by Arkansas. It's Adu. Pass ahead, Wagner looking to push the pace. Wagner in transition. In the corner, Brazil a 3. No good, it was short. Batted around. Loose. Arkansas grabs it. Feeding inside, trying to get an Adu. And the pass goes awry, out of bounds. It belongs to St. John's.
They try to go down low to Adu. Adu was too busy wrestling with Richmond on the low block to establish position as the ball was coming his way. He never saw it coming, and that's an unforced error. That's turnover.
Just watching the 2 Hall of Fame coaches across the way. John Calipari flailing about with a sports jacket, red and white sports jacket, white shirt, black pants. Pitino on the other end with a black suit and a white shirt. Dapper with a red and white tie. As the St. John's Red Storm bring it up the floor right to left. Richmond in front of us standing Rich Pitino. Moves it out on the left side now. The near side, it's Lewis. RJ to the foul line. Working around the lane and a reach and a foul here against Arkansas. They'll get it on Boogie Fland, who just checked into the game for the Razorbacks. Richmond inbounding along the right baseline. Bounce it into Ejiofor. Right back to Richmond. Coming left. Backs up. Pounding a left-hand dribble. Gives right Scott. Deep three. It's good. Aaron Scott, just the second made three for St. John's in 15 attempts. The crowd trying to will him back in it. Arkansas with it, Wagner. Gives right to Flan, back to Wagner. Wagner coming on a high screen. Now goes left. Picked up the dribble top of the arc. Gives to Brazil. Hand back Wagner. 5 to shoot for the Razorbacks. Step back, left wing three. No good off to the right. A foul on the rebound against St. John's. Ejiofor fouling Adu going after that rebound.
And they're going to say Ejiofor on the block out of Adu kind of wrapped him around with his arms.
Actually going to get it on Wiltshire.
Oh, they're going to go on Wiltshire.
And that's the fourth on Wiltshire. Ejiofor was arguing the official, thought it was him, but Wiltshire with the foul call.
I don't even know if Wiltshire was in the play.
Flan driving right. Lob for Brazil and a two-hand slam. Arkansas by 10 with 12:50 remaining in the second.
Johnny's can't contain the dribble drive. It is punishing every time as these guards for the Razorbacks continually getting downhill to the promised land.
Now Lewis out top, working right. Lost the handle. Wagner a steal. Scott chasing. Gives it up for Richmond. And Richmond with the layup. And Arkansas with a 12-point lead with 12 and a half to go. Richmond down the lane. Leaves it off Ejiofor. Rejected by Adu. Comes out to Lewis. Baseline jumper. That's no good. Foul on the rebound against Arkansas. What a showing by the Razorbacks here in Providence.
They've dominated both sides of the paint. The guards have gotten into the dribble drive and gotten to the rim. And meanwhile, when St. John's attempts a dribble drive, they're following them into length that are deflecting, altering, or outright blocking shots.
Adu commits his fourth. And John Calipari talking to him as he comes off the floor. And Visic comes back into the game. St. John's inbounds. Ejiofor hands it off for Davon Smith. Back behind the arc of the right wing. The 7-2 Visic comes out on him. Gives it up to Prey now for St. John's. Out of the left side for R.J. Lewis. 8 to shoot for the Johnnies. Up top, spin move by Smith. Backs up, pump fake. Gives down low to Ejiofor. Poke loose. Getting it back is Smith. And he is fouled by Visic, and that's going to foul him out of the game.
And Visic just not thinking the game with 4 fouls. Drivers coming at you. You either got to get out of the way and live for another play. You can't cave the arms down. That's his fifth, and they're going to have to go back to Adu now with 4 fouls and 12 minutes to play.
Well, timeout here, 11:58 to go in the second. It's Arkansas 53, St. John's 41. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol, America's #1 brand of shaving cream. Barbasol's thick and rich lather gives you a close, comfortable shave for just half the price of gels.
Barbasol. It's time for basketball, and right now, Uber Eats has deals on Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing when you file for free.
I can file for free? TurboTax Free Edition. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. I can file for free.
Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get your maximum refund. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, and student loan interest. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free.
When the grass starts growing, it's time to get mowing with Steel. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel mowers are built to get the job done. Shop in-store or online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel, let's go mow. Available for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Hey, fellow Gen Xers, it's Elizabeth Banks.
Big news! The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the charge. After all, we gave the world the internet. We're trailblazers. Let's lead the way again because we are at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Head to vaxassist.com and schedule today. That's vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Chris Carino and Jordan Cornette here at our Grainger broadcast position in Providence. Stay on top of your game with Grainger. Get the industrial-grade products right when you need them to help your business move forward when you call 1-800-GRAINGER or click Grainger.com. 11:58 to go, second half in Providence. Arkansas, the number 10 seed in the West, has the number 2 seed St. John's Red Storm on the ropes. 11:58 to go in this second, a 12-point lead for Arkansas. Arkansas has held St. John's to 24% shooting, only 13 of 53. Only 3 players have multiple made field goals for the Red Storm.
The guards are the Razorback guards are outclassing the Johnny guards at this point. They've been able to touch the paint whenever they want offensively, and for them guarding the Johnny's guards, they're keeping them in front, and if they get beat, they're funneling them into help side. That makes the degree of difficulty to convert a layup impossibly difficult.
Vladimir Ibisevic, the 7'2 Croatian, is fouled out of the game for Arkansas. Jonas Adu playing with 4 fouls as the free throw is missed by Davon Smith. I say playing, he's on the bench right now, but he has 4 fouls. Davon Smith takes that second free throw. 11-point Arkansas lead. Pass in, broken up by Smith. Was it last touched by Arkansas? No, it'll be Razorback ball. Davon Smith, he thought he put it off of Janelle Davis. It'll stay with Arkansas. Inbounding in the backcourt. Get it into Brazil. Now Richmond will take it. Billy Richmond the third, a Memphis native. Hands it off up top now to Knox. They weave it a flange. The freshman working out top. Around a Brazil screen. The step back straight on 3. In and out, no good. And a foul again on St. John's on the rebound. As it was Trevin Brazil working hard on the glass, draws the foul.
Trevin Brazil is such a long, versatile, bouncy athlete. Kadari Richmond gives up a lot of inches to him as he tries to get him on the block out. He cannot locate that body. The effort from Brazil gives his team another chance with a fresh 20.
Lefteris Leotopoulos is going to check into the game now for St. John's. Kadari Richmond has had a disappointing game, going to go to the bench. 5 points, 4 rebounds, couple assists, 4 fouls now on Richmond. Inbound to Flame, right corner, quick 3. Too strong, rebounded Janelle Davis, and he puts it in. Janelle Davis with the putback. Arkansas outworking the Johnnies. 55-42 Arkansas, 11:25 to go in the second half. Gray out of the right wing. Smith in the lane, getting to the rim. The layup, corner foul is called.
Davon Smith, Chris, on that drive, I think he was looking to just commit a defender and then kick it, but he saw that they were playing back and drop, so he's like, I'll just get all the way to the rim. When he goes up for it, they recklessly foul.
Davon Smith out of Decatur, Georgia, senior. 6 foot, going to the free throw line. On the way, he completes a 3-point play. 55-45, Arkansas. 11:15 to go. Second half. Bland breaks pressure, racing into the front court. Now puts on the brakes and looks back to John Calipari and says, go! So he does. Driving, wild reverse, no good. Grabbed by Prey for St. John's. Now Smith charging up the right wing for the Johnnies. Driving it hard, knocks over Bland. Shot blocked by Brazil. Prey picks it up. Right hook, that won't go. Hedger for a follow. The layup goes down. 55-47 Arkansas. 10:35 left in the game. Here comes the crowd. Bland gives it up left side to Davis for Arkansas. Curls right, out to Brazil, right wing three. In and out, no good. Leotopoulos with the rebound for St. John's. Arkansas 2 for 17 from three. Smith in the lane, a leaner, go! Timeout, Arkansas. 10:09 to go in the second. Razorbacks 55, St. John's 49. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
March Madness is coming to a court near you. Experience it live as the nation's best college basketball teams compete for a chance to cut down the nets. Secure your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets. Well, March Madness in full effect here in Providence. 10:09 to go in the second half. Arkansas 55, St. John's 49. Arkansas has led by as much as 13 here in the second half. Chris Carino and Jordan Cornette with you in Providence. Do the Johnnies have enough to keep this dream season going? The Big East regular season, Big East Conference Tournament champions. The 2 seed on the ropes. They get it in the Arkansas does to DJ Wagner in the dark red going left to right. Gets it across the midcourt line. Hands it to Brazil. Brazil spinning, hands it off out top now for Wagner. Whistle and a foul here against St. John's. Going to go against Davon Smith. And St. John's committing their 7th, so 1-1 here for Arkansas. It'll be Billy Richmond the third going to the free throw line. Scott back in. Ruben Prey goes to the bench for St. John's. Billy Richmond the third. Had a chance to play when Boogie Flan went down with an injury late in the season. Valuable experience for him. A left-hander makes the first. He'll get a second. Richmond's got 10 in this game. Average 5 on the season, but his average went up to 9.5 when he went into this rotation when Boogie Flan went down with the injury. Spins the ball, knee bend, free throw, good. He makes it fair, and Arkansas with an 8-point lead, just past the midway point of the second half here in Providence. Smith into the front court for St. John's, and a foul against Arkansas away from the play. It's on Janelle Davis.
And that's a worst.
They're the 1-1.
That's a worst case scenario, Chris. There's no need to foul. Pushed away right there. No advantage to be gained. And allow the opposition who trails by 8 with under 10 to play an opportunity to generate points with the stop clock.
3 fouls on Davis. Leotopoulos at the line. Free throw is no good. Bounds out to the left. Picked up by Arkansas for scrum. And the Razorbacks control. They have an 8-point lead with 9:40 to go in the second half. Wagner gives it up. Head of the arc. Brazil looking around. Hands it back to Wagner. Straight on against Scott. Sends it right. Knox will cut left. Runs into Ejiofor. And he traveled.
Knox on the drive. Tried to come to a jump stop. Ejiofor made him meet a chest. Perfect defensive position with his on-ball defense. And because of that, caused the shuffle of the feet with Knox, who was out of control trying to get downhill.
So St. John's takes over. Right to left in the front court is Davon Smith. Bounces it right, Leotopoulos. Leotopoulos goes back door to Smith. Caught it one time and laid it in. St. John's within 6, 9:14 to go in the second half. Beautiful give and go between the two guards. Razorbacks, can they withstand the pressure? Wagner coming left, stops, cuts right, spins back. Leader goes down. Nearly touched by a Razorback, but they let it go, and it falls for Arkansas.
I'm not so certain he didn't touch it.
Lewis on a drive. On the way down, shoots it no good. Edge of floor, two-hand slam on the rebound. Pass nearly stolen. Arkansas moves into the front court. Davis, 6-point Arkansas lead, 8:35 to go in the game. They give it back to Wagner. He holds it on his hip. Wagner starts to come right, now moves left. On a drive, cut off by edge of floor. Tough shot, won't go. Back tap. Davis has it for Arkansas. Cal holding up his right hand, saying, let's slow it down. It's Wagner out top for Arkansas. Right to Davis, cuts left. A seam to the rim, and lays it in. Arkansas 61, St. John's 53, 8-minute mark. Down the lane, Smith shot blocked. Rebound, Scott, put back, no good, but a foul. And a timeout. 7:57 to go, second half. Arkansas 61, St. John's 53. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Tomorrow's road, unpaved, unmapped, uncertain. But it's also where we discover what we can truly count on, like the 2027 X15 engine by Cummins. With better fuel efficiency, up to 605 horsepower, and 2,050 pound-feet of torque. The X15 is a bedrock of reliability that stands forever ready to rise to the occasion. The 2027 X15, forever rising. Estimates based on preliminary testing. Individual results may vary.
African Americans are the most likely to die from colorectal cancer. So please, get screened starting at age 45. Now, Medicare and insurance companies are required to cover not only colonoscopy, but also less invasive exams like virtual colonoscopy. Talk to your doctor about your options. For more information on virtual colonoscopy, visit radiologyinfo.org/virtual CT.
Furnished by the American College of Radiology and the Radiology Health Equity Coalition.
Jason Horwitz, Nick Baum, back with you in our Westwood One studios in Los Angeles. Nick's take on this game as we go inside of 8 minutes. But first, we get a tournament bracket update sponsored by Green Gobbler. Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. It's bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and it works. Green Gobbler, let the Gobbler get it. Earlier today, Purdue is 76-62 winner, taking down McNeese. They will get the winner of Houston and Gonzaga, which will tip off later on tonight in Wichita. Next game to get going, Michigan and Texas A&M. That at 5:30 Eastern, 37 minutes from now. Nick, what's going to make the difference here?
Well, foul trouble and rebounding going to loom large down the stretch. Been so impressed with how Arkansas has handled the ball against the number one defense in the country. In the second half, they're shooting better than 50% from the floor. But if St. John's can get to the free throw line and continue to attack, we'll see.
They're up 8. Back to Providence. Chris Carino, Jordan Cornette.
7:57 to go, second half. Arkansas, the number 10 seed in the West, a 61-53 lead over the number 2 seed St. John's Red Storm, champions of the Big East, a team that many think could go all the way in this tournament, but Arkansas has met them punch for punch here in Providence.
They absorbed a little bit of a run from the St. John's team. They came back down, and they made plays on the offensive side. Jonas Adu now back in this game along with Trevin Brazil, gives them that length. Edge of floor feasted on the offensive glass the sequence before. Will they have that luxury and ability to get to the rim with the length now on the floor for Arkansas?
Free throw good for Aaron Scott. 2 Hall of Fame coaches prowling, the sidelines. Now Cal takes a seat. Rich Pitino still going back and forth across his bench. Second free throw good. It's a 6-point game. Under 8 minutes to go. Arkansas with the lead. They've led by as much as 13. Leading despite just going 2-17 from behind the arc. 0 for 5 in the second half. Wagner out top. Hands it off to Brazil. Peering around. Dribble handoff to Flan. Top of the arc. Flan moves it right. Adu back in the game with 4 fouls. 10 to shoot. They give it out of the right wing now for Arkansas. Richmond down low to Adu. Fronted and taken away by Ejiofor. St. John's running. Lewis, step through, layup, blocked by Richmond with a goaltend. It's a goaltend. Score it for St. John's.
What an effort from Richmond to get back in transition and even try to block this shot. I got to look at a replay, and it did look like it was coming down on the delivery from Lewis. Proper call in the crowd. Electric.
Inbound to Flan. He got run into by Scott. They both end up on the floor amongst the St. John's cheerleaders, sitting cross-legged along the right baseline. So they called a foul there. Arkansas will inbound. Just been out of bounds. So 7:28 to go. Second half, St. John's within 4. The crowd behind them standing here in Providence. Backcourt Brazil against some heavy pressure. Now they peel off as Wagner moves into the front court. Wagner hounded by Smith. Gets a screen from Adu. Cut off now to switch by Ejiofor. 11 to shoot. Wagner whips it left corner. Brazil contested 3. Off the side of the rim, no good. St. John's with it, down 4. Smith, front court. Gives it up left wing to R.J. Lewis. Across the lane, left to right. Been a leader. No good, but he got fouled.
Momentum has firmly shifted in favor of St. John's. Arkansas on their heels defensively. St. John's attacking the rim. St. John's defending and contesting jumpers on the other side. Arkansas settling for the first look, not the best look, whereas St. John's trying to earn a whistle on the other end.
Big East Player of the Year, R.J. Lewis at the line. Only 6 points, 3 of 15 shooting today. His free throw is good. You can listen to Western One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA men's basketball tournament for free on the Varsity Network app. Listen to every game live or on demand. Download the Varsity Network app now and search NCAA Championships. R.J. Lewis, his first trip to the line today. Made the first. Here comes the second. It rimmed out, no good. Rebounded by Arkansas. It's a 3-point Razorback lead. 6:47 to go in the second. Wagner denied by Smith, Now Arkansas brings it front court with Richmond. They leave it around the right to Flan. Flan against Kadari Richmond of St. John. Gets a high screen. Flan. The switch on Ejiofor. Driving it right. Kick to the sideline. Knox runs off the line. Down the lane. Floater in traffic. It won't go, but a foul is called against St. John's. Rick Pitino waving off the official. Upset at that call.
Somewhat of a late whistle, too, to add to the theatrics of it all. A very aggressive drive from Knox. And I do believe, is it the body they call on Richmond?
And he's done. This is 5th personal.
I thought he was vertical. They're rewarding essentially Knox initiating contact with an aggressive downhill drive as he held himself suspended in air to get the shot off. Crowd doesn't like it. I agree. But credit to Knox for drawing the whistle.
They're not suing here. They're booing. We pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships. Chris Carino, Jordan Cornett, our entire crew here in Providence. 6:28 to go in the second. Arkansas 61, St. John's 58. Kadari Richmond fouls out. You got a little look at the replay. Did you come to a more firm grasp of what you think happened?
Yes, and I get the luxury of a replay. Officials don't. That's worth noting here. But he was vertical, Kadari Richmond, to a point. Then on the release from Knox, who was suspended in air and pumped, he came down with the arms. There's a little bit of a cave to warrant a fair whistle.
Knox, free throw, in and out, no good. Question becomes sometimes if the contact makes the arms go down.
But again, when you're aggressive in nature like that, 50-50, bang, bang, you're probably going to get the whistles off offensive down.
Knox makes 1 of 2. What a game for Carter Knox. 13 points. As Arkansas trying to hold on. They have a 4-point lead. 6:20 to go in the game. St. John's and White going right to left. Lewis out on the left side. It's been a struggle for Lewis, and Richmond's out. Lewis a 3 on the right. Off the heel, no good. Stop with a rebound for St. John's. Knocked to the ground with a foul on Boogie Flam. That's his 4th.
Officials starting to get a little trigger happy with the whistle on some of these 50-50 basketballs. It was a scrum. A lot of bodies colliding. Sometimes you just got to let it play.
They are getting worn out, the officials, by the 2 Hall of Fame coaches traveling the sideline.
2 guys that know how to work those officials.
Free throw is good by Scott for St. John's. 1 more coming, trying to cut this Arkansas lead that was 13 down to 2. Free throw on the way is good. Razorbacks going to bring Brazil and Davis back in the game. You can hear the roar of the Johnny Faithful all the way back to Broadway. Arkansas will inbound against full court pressure by St. John's. Richmond inbounds to Davis. Wilcher playing with 4. They give it to Wagner. He'll move it to the front court. Moves it left Brazil. Hand back Richmond. Now the midcourt line to Wagner. Wagner, 1-on-1 with Ejiofor. Drives him right. Bump and a floater. Won't go. Cleaned up. Put up. Adu no good. Brazil tip no good. They both end up on the floor. Rolls out of bounds. It'll go to St. John's. With 5:46 to go in the game, 62-60 Arkansas. It'll be St. John's ball.
Adu had a point-blank, easy putback off the driving miss. He's going to regret that one on the second chance again. They get tied up, and the loose ball goes St. John's way.
Scott, front court for St. John's. Hand off to Wilcher. Gives it to his right. Ejiofor holds it overhead. Hands back to Lewis. Can't penetrate. Lewis has had no easy going all game. Working right of the lane. Spinning, tough, contested shot. It was knocked out of his hands and taken away by Arkansas. Wagner, front court for the Razorbacks. They lead by 2. 5:15 to go in the game. A chance to go to the Sweet 16. Wagner out top. Driving it right. Stops. Rips it to Brazil. Double clutch. Leader is good. Arkansas 64, St. John's 60. 5 minutes to go in the game. Pass down low to Lewis and a collision with Brazil and a foul on Arkansas. And Brazil down on his chest, forehead to the floor. Now does a push-up to get to his feet. 3rd foul on Brazil.
Brazil tried to get in that passing lane as the drive and kick from Wilcher across the lane to a cutting R.J. Lewis. Brazil almost had to steal the momentum of Lewis. He cut off Lewis's path in front of him, so it is a foul, but it was quite nearly a steal with the anticipation of the passing lane from Brazil.
And Lewis, fortunately, all right, he kind of went down awkwardly. At the line now, the Big East Player of the Year, a high arcing free throw, and it's good. 3-point Arkansas lead. 4:56 to go in the second half. Get good at money so you can be a little bad. Invest well at Empower.com. R.J. Lewis. Free throw on the way. Good again. 9 for Lewis. 64-62 Arkansas. Under 5 to go here in the second half in Providence. The winner moves on in the West to the Sweet 16. Full court pressure by the Johnnies. Richmond Gets it into Brazil. Gray guarding him. Now he hands it off for Flan. He now moves into a dribble handoff to Wagner, who gets it across the midcourt line. Played by Smith up top. Wagner for Arkansas. Bumping with Smith. Picked up the dribble. Gives it out right to Richmond. Richmond throws over the top. Adu had it poked loose. Loose ball grab put up by Brazil, and a foul is called by St. John's. The shot didn't go, but a foul against the Red Storm.
I think they're going to call it goaltend.
No, goaltend.
Goaltend.
A goaltend, excuse me, no foul.
It's
Brazil's
a right call.
shot was goaltended by the 6-foot Davon Smith.
And the ball was not going to get over the rim and be laid in. Problem was it was on the rim, and Smith took it off. That would have been a missed layup had he thought the game through and executed properly.
So now it's a 4-point Arkansas lead. 4:17 to go in the game. Pray in the right corner in front of the St. John's bench. Driving along the baseline. Gets to the rim and a two-hand slam. Pray giving St. John's a prayer. It's a 2-point Arkansas lead with 4 minutes to go. Flan at the right wing. Flan, the New York City product, going up against the New York City team. Flan on the left side for Arkansas. Here is standing John Calipari. Drives and kicks. Brazil a little off. Had to gather it and back it out. Wagner with 9 to shoot for the Razorbacks. Beers right. Hezzy move in the lane. Tough shot. Won't go. Rebounded by St. John's. Smith down low, edge of 4. 3.5 to go. Edge of 4. Leans. Shot won't fall. Rebounded by Arkansas. A 2-point lead for the Razorbacks with 3:20 to go in the game. Wagner front court now for Arkansas. Gives to Flan. Cuts left. Cut off by Wilcher. Comes back right on an Adu screen. Moving left now to the elbow. Jump stop. Picked up the dribble. Out of the right wing to Brazil. 7 to shoot. Brazil works it inside to Adu. 5 to shoot for Arkansas. Handoff Richmond. Baseline jumper. Hit scored. Arkansas 68. St. John 64. 2:54 remaining. And a timeout called by the Johnnies. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doot doot, and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh yeah.
Then we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Free at every AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Let's check the attendance, sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats is delivering game day deals from hundreds of your local favorites all week. Order now on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details. There's 12,320 in attendance here in Providence. 2:51 to go in the second. Arkansas 68, St. John 64. A battle here in the West region. Number 2 St. John's on the ropes against number 10 seed Arkansas.
Who can execute in-game situation with the tension and the electricity in the building, understanding that it's lose and go home, win and you stay. This is what makes for moments in March. This game has been, for a while, punch, counter punch. Then there's separation, and then St. John's came storming back. Can Arkansas play clean basketball, keep a guy like Adu in this game with 4 fouls, too, could be a story, especially if it goes in extra time.
Winner of this game advances to take on the winner of the game between Texas Tech and Drake in the West region. That's the region with Florida as the number 1 seed. Florida will be taking on UConn, which should be quite a battle tomorrow. 2:51 to go here in the second. Chris Carino and Jordan Cornette with you. Dave Hagan, our producer. Sam Brzillo, our engineer. Rob Luzzi, our statistician. And what has been an awesome, energetic environment here in Providence. Arkansas with a 68-64 lead over St. John's. St. John's matching their school record with 31 wins. Back in their heyday was Lou Carnesecca, who passed away back on November 30th at the age of 99. He was such a small man, but a huge figure in New York City basketball. And Rick Pitino revitalizing this St. John's program this season.
Both of them have been confirmed.
They confirmed that recent goaltend call.
And that goaltend call, Chris, could be something that St. John's looks back and laments for a long time. The ball goes off the rim, a layup attempt from Adu, and it was not going to go in. It was going to be short of the angle to get off the glass, but it had hung on the rim. And Davon Smith took it off the rim. What would have been a certain miss gives them 2 points with the goaltend.
It'll be Aaron Scott to inbound for St. John's on the far side of the front court. Gets it in to Davon Smith. Smith played tightly by Boogie Fland of Arkansas. Comes all the way to the near side. Dumps it inside. Ball knocked away and Fland with a steal. Boogie Fland out of the Bronx comes up with a steal. Has Arkansas poised with a 4-point lead with 2.5 to go in the game. Fland for the Razorbacks. Injured in the last month of the season. Came back in their first game of the tournament and win against Kansas. Now gives it up for Wagner. 7 to shoot for Arkansas. Wagner working right. Squeezing to the rim, and he scores on a driving layup. Arkansas by 6 with 2:10 to go in the game. Now it's Smith. Hands it off left wing to Scott. Bounce it to Ejiofor. Behind the arc in the right wing. Gives it up. Wiltshire moving left to the foul line. Shot. Contested won't go. Wiltshire got his own miss. Pass out right wing. Scott a 3. It won't fall. Run down by Fland. Arkansas can taste it. 1:46 to go. They've got a 6-point lead in the ball. Fland bumping with Smith. Gets into the front court. Left side it goes to Wagner. Up top now to Richmond for Arkansas. Using clock, 1.5 to go. Milking a 6-point lead. Richmond out on the left side for the Razorbacks. Gives it up top to Fland. Fland down to 3 to shoot. Circling. Step back. Left wing 3. Long. Rebounded by St. John's. Smith front court. Leads Ejiofor under the basket. Out to Wiltshire. 3 on the way. No good. Too strong. Rebound St. John's. Smith has it. A reset and a 3. That won't go. Scott knocked down by Fland, and he's committed his 4th personal. With 1:04 to go, 70-64 Arkansas. St. John's scoreless in the last 3 minutes. Scott going to the line. St. John's 2 of 19. I should say free throw missed by Scott. St. John's and Arkansas both 2 of 19 from 3 in this game. Six-point Arkansas lead with 1:04 to go. Scott to shoot a second. Johnny's 22 of 30 from the line. And another miss and a rebound Arkansas. Ball knocked loose by Scott. Dives anchor, can't get it. Wagner's got it for the Razorbacks. Moves into the front court under a minute to go. Draws a crowd. Finds Richmond out top now. Arkansas with a 6-point lead in the ball. 50 seconds to go. Davis out top. Pushing away Scott. Scott aggressive. Davis dribbles out of it. Circles and kicks. Richmond's got it in the corner. 8 to shoot. Collides with Scott and a foul against St. John's. With 41.8 seconds to go. 70-64 Arkansas.
Big free throws here coming from Richmond, who's a little shaken up after trying to get to the rim and completely cut off by Aaron Scott. Bodies collided. He's going to have to compose himself, step up, and try to extend this 6-point lead with 42 seconds remaining.
Billy Richmond III, a legacy under Coach Calipari, who coached his dad at Memphis, Billy Jr. Adu comes out, Knox comes in. Adu with 4 fouls, so they take him out for the defensive possession coming up. Free throw missed by Richmond, rebounded by Ejiofor for St. John's. 38 seconds to go. St. John's down 6. Smith did it with 3 straight on. No good, it was short. Another brick for St. John's from behind the arc. Pressure in the backcourt now. Davis had trouble in front of the Johnny bench, and he lost it out of bounds. It'll be St. John's ball.
Surprised with the scramble there from John L. Davis. Not to use a timeout. That's what they're left for. You feel some pressure. Protect yourself. Hit the safety valve. Phone a friend. Get a timeout and talk about it.
They've got 2 remaining. St. John's has 1. Well, let's check some of the stats. Sponsored by Intuit TurboTax.
The out-of-bounds call on the floor is being reviewed.
All right, they're going to review it. So we'll check the stats. Sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. For TurboTax, Now Taxes is getting an expert who files your taxes for you, so you can stay locked in on the madness. Intuit TurboTax. Now this is taxes for Arkansas. 15 for Richmond, 13 for Knox. 11 points for Janelle Davis, winning despite 2 of 19 from 3. St. John's has been paced by Ejiofor. He's got 21. Davon Smith has 13, but they're just 2 for 20 from behind the arc. It has just been a rough and tumble battle. No finesse here in Providence today.
It never fails. The vulnerabilities that present themselves from a team all season long eventually rear their ugly head come the madness. The inability to knock down the three-point shot, the bugaboo that has plagued the St. John's team. Could they overcome it? 28 seconds left, down 6, 2 of 20, like you mentioned, Chris, from 3. It's looking pretty bleak right now.
And what has just been such a memorable season for the St. John's program in New York City. Again, unranked in January, ended up the number 5 team in the country and a 2 seed before the NCAA tournament, winning the Big East regular season and postseason title, but now 28.8 seconds away from being knocked out as a 2 seed in the second round of the tournament.
Call on the floor is confirmed. The game clock will be reset to 29.4.
It'll be St. John's ball.
Defensively, it's just been incredible what Arkansas has done. R.J. Lewis, Big East Player of the Year, 3 of 17 with 9 points. Kadari Richmond being in that foul trouble, ultimately fouling out with 5 points in 16 minutes. That, too, a heavy part of the story in St. John's struggles this afternoon.
Inbounding front court. Get it into Ejiofor. Ejiofor holds overhead. Hands back. Leotopoulos in the game. Steps right, shoots a 3. Short. Rebound Ejiofor. He'll dunk it with 20 seconds to go. Cuts the Arkansas lead to 4. St. John's full court pressure. Arkansas trying to get it in. They do. Knock to the backcourt. The reach and a foul against Scott to stop the clock with 19.2 seconds remaining. Janelle Davis held on to the ball. Knox held on to the ball to make sure he got fouled. 81% free throw shooter is Knox. 7 of 9 in this game. A 4-point Arkansas lead with free throws coming up. 2 of them. 19 seconds to go. First rolls in off the front of the rim. Carter Knox. Brother Kevin played for Calipari. Father Kevin Sr., a wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals. At one time, Knox second. It's good. 72-66 Arkansas. 18 seconds to go in the game. Smith driving right. And then he kicked it out of bounds. He just lost the dribble. And St. John's may have just kicked their season away. 13 seconds to go. Razorbacks by 6. Full court pressure. Inbound on the backcourt. And Davis will be fouled with 12.3. And the Razorbacks run to the other end. They know they've got this one. And they're going to move on to the Sweet 16. Barring a miracle, which we don't want to always count out come March, but 12 seconds to go, a 6-point lead for Arkansas, and they've got free throws coming.
How about Coach Cal? What an effort from his group. Fully healthy. This is what they look like. A very difficult out that overwhelmed the team that has done the overwhelming to the opposition all season as Davis hits the first of 2. St. John's was made to play small in this game this afternoon, imposing your will. In every game we've done here in Providence, Chris, the more physical team has prevailed. That's the story here, too.
Davis hits the second. 11 seconds to go. 8-point lead for Arkansas. Right wing, Leotopoulos a 3. It won't go. Rebound Arkansas. And a foul is committed by Ejiofor of St. John's. And the Arkansas fans, as loud as they've been all game, the bench waving towels and celebrating. DJ Wagner waving to the Arkansas crowd right behind us. With 4.6 seconds to go. It'll be Billy Richmond going to the line for the Razorbacks. Free throw is no good off the back rim. Rick Pitino walking all the way across to greet Calipari. They're shaking hands and talking. 2 Hall of Fame coaches going toe-to-toe, still standing and talking to each other as Richmond's free throw goes down. Now, Rick Pitino walks over to the assistant coaches. The inbound to St. John's. They dribble it out, and that's it. The number 10 seed, Arkansas, is moving on. Calipari, Pitino, and Arkansas is on to the Sweet 16. St. John's dream season comes to an end in the second round in Providence.
What an effort from this group on both ends. Baskets were hard to come by in this game. The fight from the backcourt set the tone for an Arkansas team whose front line faced injury. Toughness would define